This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician, general, author, ruler, man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brayley's virtual tour live. Lord help me. Swamp Talk, I love you. I really do, child. I really do. But I got to see Molly soon. So for those of you who do not know what is going on, Swamp Talk has this idea in her head that I'm going to be married off to somebody that I have not seen. Like married at first sight. I need to know you're crazy up front. But anyway, besides that, welcome and glad to have all of you here. Love Swamp Talk, Louisiana, Chick 318. We do have a lot to talk about, though. Toni Braxton, she's looking for a man. She's single, and there is a requirement, at least one requirement. We'll talk about that. Tamar Braxton has some things to say about country music. Now, she did give credit to the Beyonce album. She did. But she may or may not have shaded somebody. We'll talk about that for damn sure. Yes, we will. In addition to that, Hollywood and diversity. Imagine how much money Hollywood loses when they don't rock with us. You're not going to believe the amount of money. Wingstop. Probably wondering, what does Wingstop have to do with this show? I'll tell you all about it. Kanye West is in the news once again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll talk about it. And then Netflix. They are investing in filmmaking, but is it quality? We'll talk about. Plus, now that project that you guys may not have known about. Higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see the virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear the virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. You know, before we get started, I just want to say this. I heard of a content creator today on another content creator's live. And they were crying about that we need to protect the kids, right? And they said, you know, Harris and, you know, Maverick Knox, they matter, and also the Eminem kids matter. That apology was some bull-ish. Because how can you say that you care about the kids, but yet you drag their mother as a content creator? Make that make sense. Now, I wish you well. I got no ill feelings towards you. I'm just giving my opinion. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You cannot say we should care about the Eminem kids and cry on a panel, but yet you drag their mother. That's just idiotic to me. But hey, to each their own, though. With that being said, Higher is waiting, low is available. Either way, we are live on tour. Glad to have you all here. Hey, Lady B, good to see you. Y'all ready to go? Because we got a lot to talk about, per usual. Actual things happening in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Actual things. So, here she is here. Toni Braxton. Forever and love for you. Come and love me forevermore, baby. So, Toni Braxton is detailing what her ideal man looks like. By the way, shout out to the Jasmine brand. After squashing rumors of a marriage to her ex-fiance Birdman late last year, the R&B icon is open to finding romance again and to breathe again. I know I'm not Toni, don't at me. I'm looking forward to getting out there and dating. I mean, dating can be scary too. It can be a little bit. The 7-time Grammy winner told People, but a nice guy, someone who will watch Lifetime all day long or at least once in the week. Fellas, y'all have what it takes to get Toni's attention. Abso-damn-lutely. And she at least said once in the week. Toni wants a woman then. Girl, Lifetime have been that great since the 90s. Have you not seen Toni Braxton break my heart? What happened to Birdman? If Toni Braxton is single at 56, then black women should take note that it isn't easy to find a good man. So they think they might want to prioritize finding a good man, forming a family early rather than partying and focusing on their career. And picking men that are good looking but not that good as a partner. Okay, first of all, to Patrick Rabb. Sir, got 85 likes on that comment. I get the formation of the comment, but the execution of the comment was just, it was dead on arrival because she was 20 years old. She got chosen by LaFace Records. She was just in her gift. You know what I mean? Like, they always tell you focus on yourself because you need to figure out who you are before you give yourself to somebody. So I got the concept, but the execution was dead on arrival, sir. Get you a gay male best friend because ain't no heterosexual man watching Lifetime Movie Network all day. 600 likes. Now listen, I will agree with that. Ain't no dude watching it all day. But she also did say at least once in the week. Listen, what ice cream do you need? Do you want flats or drums for wings? Do you want pizza? Do you want salad? You want ice cream? What the hell do you want? And let's do a marathon again. I mean, come on. She's just asking for quality time. She looking for a 67-year-old retired woman. Lord help me. I can't do it. My husband's a nice guy. He'll watch a little bit of Lifetime with me to spend time with me, but he ain't watching it all day. Girl, just order you a body pillow. Ain't no man watching Lifetime. I don't think she meant that in the literal sense. Maybe someone just to sit down and watch her favorite shows with her, even if it's not something that they really into. LOL, my opinion. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Birdman has a star tattooed on top of his head. He doesn't seem like a guy that wants to watch Lifetime all day. You know what? Not Leftovers. She deserves a great man. I love Toni Braxton. Beautiful, unproblematic. I love all her music. Oh, I had no idea her and Birdman called quits. She wants a woman. I'll watch anything with Toni Braxton all day and all night. That part, brother. Listen. Shoot. Real talk. I don't think Tony's asking for too much. I mean, all day, that's in the eye of the beholder. But I think really she just wants quality time. I think that's all that is. You know what I mean? So, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. All right, y'all. So, next story up here. Tamar Braxton, the sister of Toni Braxton, praises the impact of Beyonce's Cowboy Carter. Hang on. Let me go back. Right here. Tamar Braxton is like so many other people who are giving Beyonce her flowers for the impact of her latest album, Cowboy Carter. The Braxton Fan Value star was asked her thoughts on the project when she appeared on the 100th episode of the We Sound Crazy podcast. A clip from their conversation began circulating this weekend. In it, the Love and War vocalist shared, "I think Black country is so necessary. I'm so happy that people with talent who can actually sing country music that are Black people are finally getting the recognition they deserve. That's what I think." Moreover, Braxton added, "I just really appreciate Beyonce for opening the door for all the other Black artists that has, rode that way behind the floodgates. I'm just really appreciative of her. These people can really sing. They're so talented. You got to make sure that if you're going to step into a new genre of music and represent us, that they got to represent. It got to be right. It can't be all tuned down. That's not it." So Cowboy Carter was released in March and boasts 27 tracks, features some of the genre's most beloved acts like Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton, as well as showcasing Black artists like Tanner Adele, Buckle Bunny, who Braxton is a fan of, as well as Brittany Spencer, Tierra Kennedy, Raina Roberts, Linda Martell, and Shabuzi. Adele, who launched her professional career 2 years ago, tweeted that she hoped Queen Bey would sprinkle me with a dash of her magic for a collab after 16 carriages in Texas Hold'em were announced during the Super Bowl on February 11th. Her wish came true as she appeared on the song's second track, Blackbird. "I have loved her for so long, and it was really just my hope, and here we are today. I have a little bit of a voice on this album," she told Today in early April. The body of work has been lauded for astronomically increasing streams for the featured artists that the Renaissance songstress included, though widely celebrated as a country body of work. The global icon described it as a Beyonce album. Check out the full We Sound Crazy interview below. It really is more of a Beyonce album than anything else. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's roll on here because, well, that's not all that she said. Oh, Twitter users alleged Tamar Braxton shaded K. Michelle in a recent interview with a couple of people who shouldn't be singing country Black music. It was awful. Here we go.
So Tamar, Cowboy Carter came out some weeks back, Beyonce's new album. What do you think about her moving the country?
I knew you guys were going to ask me about that.
Did you?
I did. I think that Black country is so necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy
I agree.
that people with talent who can actually sing country music that are Black people are finally getting the recognition they deserve. That's what I think.
And she's a Texas girl. She's country.
Yeah. And I don't know. I just really appreciate Beyonce for opening the door for all the other Black artists that has, rode that wave behind the floodgates.
Yeah.
I'm just really appreciative for her.
Agreed.
That's awesome.
These people can really sing. They're so talented. Yeah. What's that one Black guy who could sing? Like he sings so low.
Tony
Evans Jr.
He's on the show.
Yeah.
Man, I really appreciate his artistry, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd be good. He'd be happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I started following him because
So Tamar, Cowboy Carter.
I'm sure he'd be good. He'd be happy to hear that.
Yeah.
I started following him because just to hear him sing that thing you're saying.
Yeah.
It's also another Black. It's like two Black girls I like. One little brown skinned little girl.
That's Tanner, right?
That's her real name, Tanner.
I think so. But we'll keep going.
And then there's another girl who kind of looked like the Beyonce campaign.
I know
You know what I'm talking
I
about?
can't remember her name, but yeah.
She's talented too.
We'll figure it out.
But I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
like it. Because it was a couple of people who should not have been singing country Black music that was awful. and it was concerning for me.
Care to mention a few?
No, but you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be funny. It just didn't sound good.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure if you're going to step into a new genre of music and represent us, that you got to represent. Yeah, got to be right.
I'm sure he'd be happy to hear that.
Yeah.
So a couple comments here. Yeah, if she try and shake Kayne Michelle, she need an exit stage left because she sings down. Both of them do. Tamar and Kayne Michelle need to end this beef. Now, when Kayne Michelle turns around and starts singing Love and War in the style of Fraggle Rock, I don't want to hear a word. Not Tiffany 104 say that. By the way, gorgeous profile picture, Queen. I'm here for it. They finna drag, huh? Okay, when Kayne Michelle responds, she better not cry again. So Twitter users are alleging that Love and War singer Tamar Braxton threw a little shade at Kayne Michelle during her recent interview while discussing Beyonce's new Cowboy Carter album. Tamar stated that Black country music is very necessary and goes on to say that she's very proud that these artists are getting the recognition they deserve. As the interview continues, Tamar names a few black female country artists that she started to listen to put some respect on those female country artists. They're black female country artists. But then goes on to say, because it was a couple of people who shouldn't have been singing country black music that was awful, was concerning for me. When asked to put a name to who she was referring to, Tamar declined. She says, if you're going to step into a new genre of music and represent that you got to represent. She didn't say Kayne Michelle's name. It's quite degrading to me to continue creating narratives that pin black women against each other. We already have a podcast out there. Never mind. That is very true. I will agree with that. She did not say any names. If everyone attacking black artists in the country space, it doesn't matter if she named names or not. There's no reason to be critiquing anyone. That is true. She never mentioned Kayne Michelle. Y'all are reaching. Tamar been picking on that girl for over a decade. The question is why? What is her deal with Kayne Michelle? All Tamar had to say is good to see Beyonce breaking grounds for a new genre, keep it moving. She said that. Like, I mean, listen, I know Tamar does a lot, but like Tamar also did give credit. Tamar is always throwing stones and hiding her hands. Oh, Lord Jesus. Kayne Michelle is actually the best artist out who can actually sing country. You know, I think when it comes to Kayne Michelle, she can sing. I'm not going to take that away from her, but I think to, Linda Martell, who was one of the first black female country music artists to get into the genre, Mickey Guyton, to people that have already been in it, I think it's a disrespect to them. But Kayne Michelle can actually sing, though. I'm not going to take that away from her, but to say that she's the best artist out who can actually sing country, you also are disrespecting the former history of black country music artists. So Chrissy 405, you got 22 likes, child. No disrespect to you, but Kayne Michelle could be the best one of today, but I think that's just an opinion. It's not fact. But hey, to each their own. Nothing but love for Chrissy Day 405. Kayne Michelle is more authentically country, the genre, than any other artist that's doing country right now. Once again, that is in the eye of the beholder, because there are some black country music artists that their catalog is longer than Kayne Michelle. She's just getting into the genre. Not disrespecting Kayne Michelle. Good damn. We gotta stop doing that shit. Just because somebody is pointing out facts does not mean at all that people don't want to support. You know what I mean? Listen. She was not talking about Kay. Asked me how I know. She never mentioned anyone in particular. I don't know why everyone's pushing this narrative that she was talking about Kayne Michelle, especially after she told Kay that she wasn't. I blame the fans for this. Are 4 hosts really necessary? Some podcasts, they do have 4 hosts, to kind of bounce off each other like a panel. You know what I mean? Tamar always being shady. She need to focus on them horrible dances she be doing at the shows. Oh my Lord. Really though? Okay. All right, Toni Cachet. All right. Why could she just go on the album about throwing shade? It wasn't shade, my Lord Jesus. Let's see. Did Kayne Michelle also cross over to country music? I thought that had always been her genre, country music. I think fans are just reaching. K Michelle's always been more R&B than anything. I think she's always had an interest in it. You know what I mean? But that's the comment section for that. Okay. So then K Michelle responded. Oh Lord! Imagine you keep playing with someone who is minding their business, and boom, they sick of you. One tweet and screenshot, and it's over for you. How many times are you gonna keep calling for something that you can't handle upon its arrival, huh, Janice? Now I'm gonna go back into my place of slumber, peace, positivity. I have some goals to accomplish. I'm grateful for every blessing I'm receiving. I could go there, but I'm going back to minding my business and singing these songs. I've grown and healed, but I'm not weak. Leave me alone. I'll turn the other cheek, but I'll slap yours first. Oh, Lord, this comes to us from spiritual word. At this big age, we're still sub-20. Oh, brother, I'll turn the other cheek, but I'll slap yours first. That got added to the repertoire. Talking about someone's look when you have several surgeries is comical. Oh. K. Pimpton. With you when you're right. 320 likes. And listen, this is no shade to K. Michelle. She's a beautiful woman, but also too, that's a factual fact. She has had many surgeries. Hell, she had K. Michelle's My Killer Body or some type of body show on Lifetime talking about surgeries and all the BBLs where she had to get that removed because some of them were concrete. Like, come on now. Why say all that? Don't put a name on that part. People think being healed and protecting your peace means yourself. Come over here and see. She can never just shut up. She always thinks everyone is talking about her. At this old age, who cares? I'm the only one who saw Keisha Cole and was wondering what the hell she got to do with the situation. Saying names and keep it in the background. I don't know why Tamar would try her, knowing the last time she cried about being called a Muppet. She was clearly talking about Janice. I thought that was Keisha in the pit. Dang, what'd I do? Child. Is the Muppet supposed to be Tamar? Yes, Peaceful Soul. It's supposed to be Tamar. Yes. Okay. All right, Instagram people. Yeah. All right now. Jesus. Your friends. I'm too early. I'll be back in a few in the comment section. Get some seasoning. Lord help me. So then from its on-site, Tamar Braxton said, I wasn't speaking about you. I would have said your name. I was speaking about black country music that I've heard before that I didn't enjoy. I wish you all the best on your future endeavors. I only want to be with the devil. The end. She do be shading people, but what made K. Michelle think that was her? She literally said no names. She feel how Nikki felt when Megan didn't mention her name in his, but they took it as shade. And then Nikki went on 24-hour rant later about Megan. Hit dog will holler. She legit didn't mention her name at all. Now I love me some Bay. However, K. Michelle would have been a better representation of the blacks in the country music genre. I think she would have been. I think she would have been equally, if not more successful, being Beyonce. Oh, Lord Jesus. Do we really have to? Okay. All right. I guess. I'm like, do we really have to do this? Do I really have to be the media nerd here? Okay. Now, I am not dragging anybody. This is K. Michelle's following on Instagram. 8.3 million followers. Let's go follow her. Beyonce, 319 million. I'm sorry. What? Okay. All right. Once again, K. Michelle can sing her behind off. She's one of the greatest artists in the game. Respect to that queen. However, okay, just real. So people gonna say, Braylon, you doing the most? No, I'm not. I'm just saying facts. She gets what she wants said, and I quote, I think she would have been equally, if not more so, successful than Beyonce. 8.3 versus 319 million. I'm just stating facts. Don't get at me. Anyway, let's roll on through the comment section. One thing, you ain't got like K. Michelle, but put respect on those pipes she can sing. Absolutely. Even though she didn't say her name, she said, if you're going to step into a new genre of music, what other R&B singer has said they're switching and doing country as with this country music. Hell, Nelly, LOL, he ain't R&B singer, so who else? Let's not act like we didn't start this country music. That is true. Like I said, if Tamar shaded, she shaded. If she didn't, she did. But she literally did not say K. Michelle's name. That was K. Michelle who jumped up too quick. Now, if she would have said K. Michelle's name, then okay, I would understand the response. But child, it's okay, child. I'm not doing K like, once again, factual information. 8.3 million followers versus 319 million followers. What do you want me to do? Okay, you know what? Man, do we have to do factual information again? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this, when it comes to factual information, but I'm going to have to, though. I'm going to have to. I'm sorry, y'all. It's no disrespect. I just, okay. Now, K. Michelle's at 1,290,000 subscribers. 27 million. Okay. Do we need to keep going here? Hang on, pass. Because like I said, I'm just curious. I am just curious here. In terms of sales. I mean, either way, y'all. I mean, come on, really. Just, it is what it is, child. Y'all gonna believe what y'all believe. I'm gonna believe what I believe, and it is what it is. I'm doing good. I'm just chilling. I am just chilling. Listen, I want black people to win, but I want black people to win who are responsible for what they do. Real talk. That's all I want. So let's roll on, y'all. We got more Virtual Tour Live coming at you right from the space right here and right now. So this comes to us from blackenterprise.com. Hollywood forfeits $30 billion a year by not engaging diverse audiences. By not providing content. Let me make sure I'm on the right one, child. Okay, yeah, we're on the right one. Okay. By not providing content for black audiences specifically, Hollywood loses a reported $10 billion annually. That's right. $10 billion annually. Over the last 4 years, McKinsey and Company have produced 3 separate reports indicating that Hollywood has lost $30 billion annually by not engaging in diversified business solutions. The failure of Hollywood to engage with Black, Latinx, and Asian American, and Pacific Islander communities, through various means, has respectively cost the film industry $10 billion, $12 to $18 billion, and $2 to $4.4 billion, respectively. As the Hollywood Report reports, there's a significant disparity in the Asian American and Pacific Islander representation in Hollywood. The Asian portion of the designation received the bulk of the representation. At the same time, Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders were left to be represented by 5 men, notably most notably, Jason Momoa, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson. As our research and analysis have demonstrated, executives don't need to act out of altruism. McKinsey and Company write in its report, the reward for getting it right could create real impact for the industry, and the prize will only grow. Progress may not be easy, but when enhanced richness of storytelling is accompanied by a multi-billion-dollar opportunity, the business case is clear. In 2021, McKinsey's report on the lack of Black representation indicated sparse representation in off-camera roles. A Black executive who spoke to McKinsey indicated that the lack of diversity carried over to the production of projects as well. Many studio executives get production deals as independent producers affiliated with the studio, they said, so whatever inequity is prevalent in the studios will carry over to the mix of producers. A Black writer described the issue of finding an agent, particularly one who relates to Black people, telling McKinsey, even though I was staff writing on a popular, well-received show, it was still tough to find an agent. Your average agent is a 50-year-old white guy who has never had to stretch to see himself in other people or spaces. So agents will have a harder time representing people that they don't personally relate to. That's a fact. In March, a similar devaluing of Latinx representation in both in front of and behind the camera was also evaluated by McKinsey. There's no shortage of actors, a Latinx producer told the company. Almost a surplus of writers. The broken part is the business side. They don't know how to support or market content made by Latinos. Additionally, the writers of the report directly tied the roles of Black and Latinx off-screen talent together. Both groups are inevitably tasked with providing members of their ethnic groups with jobs. As with Black representation in film and television, Latinos who rise to prominence in the industry play an outsized role in providing opportunities to other Latino talent. The likelihood of a Latino producer, writer, or lead signing onto a project is an average of 15-fold higher if the director or showrunner is Latino. Authors wrote, given that only 5% of films have Latino directors and 1 to 5% of TV and streaming shows have Latino showrunners, Latino's ceiling of opportunity is low. Oh my Lord Jesus. Hey, Miss Denise, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Now listen, that's a lot of money. I mean, $30 billion annually for just not wanting to, engage with us. That's a lot of money. And I know that Hollywood, Hollywood doesn't want to put something in diversity and they don't get a return on their investment. But sometimes the investment is bigger than just the money. It's about representation. Because, I mean, in the 50s, it was blackface. And so now that you have these established Hollywood Black actors and actresses, Latino, Latinx, Pacific Islander, Asian American, German, Italian, you have all these different genres, right? Well, not all these different genres, but all these different cultures that are established in their own right. You not utilizing them is only hurting yourself. So I think personally, that's why we have a BET. That's why we have our own. That's why we have Black blogs. That's why we have Black content creators, because the invitation is not open to us, but it should be. So that's why I think about that. All right, y'all, we're going to take a little commercial break. And when we come back, Wingstop. Probably thinking, how is Wingstop in this show? Don't worry about it. I'll tell you about it. Kanye West is back in the news. He is. I'll tell you about that too. And then Netflix, they are investing in filmmaking. Plus, a project that you guys may not have known about. All that and more coming up right here on Virtual Tour Live. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
For years, people have been singing all about my chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Nobody has a love affair with chicken like you do, with my slow marinated, hand-breaded Popeyes bona fide chicken. And right now, it's Love That Chicken Month at Popeyes, with 2 big pieces and a biscuit for just $2.99. So what are you waiting for? Come get some of my world-famous chicken and raise your mighty voices. Love that chicken from Popeyes.
What is this feeling that everyone's feeling?
Ding, ding, ding.
With such feeling.
Ding, ding, ding.
This winning feeling.
Ding, ding, ding.
This tingle of success. This sensation of triumph.
Ding, ding, ding.
This.
Oh, I can feel it! This season, everyone gets the winning feeling. Win guaranteed prizes like $250 grand and more. Only at Dave & Buster's.
Things have been a little quiet around here. We've missed the fun, we've missed the excitement, we've missed the entertainment, we've missed the nightlife, but most of all, we've missed you. We're getting ready. Caesar's Rewards. We can't wait to welcome you back.
Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you are found. I come from my face. Our son is your son.
Welcome to the celebration.
We all we got.
I'll see that. Don't you leave here to go to happiness. I want you to leave here to show
I'm loving it.
And I'm loving y'all right back. Welcome back into Brainley's virtual tour live. Glad to have all of you here in the building. We start off with Toni Braxton just asking, hey, I just want a man to spend time with me by watching Lifetime all day, or at least one time out the week. Then we got to Tamar Braxton talking about black country music, and some people thought that she was shading K. Michelle. And she really did shade K. Michelle, but some people took it that way, and K. Michelle responded. And then someone said that K. Michelle would have been bigger than Beyonce country music. And I just brought some factual information. 8.3 million followers versus 319 million followers. And then had to bring up the YouTube results, 1.29 million subscribers versus 27 million. Factual information, ladies and gentlemen. What am I supposed to do? I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that these are the facts, and I am reporting the facts as they are factual. I am sorry for that. Oh, my Lord. I can see people calling me now. You beast, you calf, you factual riverboat masher. You mashing on that river of truth. I can't stand your ass. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the factual information. That's public information to look up. I don't know what you want me to do. I really don't. I'm sorry. No disrespect to K. Michelle. She can sing. She really can. But I don't know what you want me to do. That's just like when Portia Williams married Simon Gobadia. Bad was in the last name, and Portia married somebody with bad in the last name. What do you want me to do? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I really don't know what you want me to do. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? And both of them can sing. That's the crazy thing. Tamar Braxton and Kayne Michelle can both sing. They put aside their differences. They go on tour together and both make a bag. They could. They absolutely could. It is what it is, child. Exactly. It is what it is. All right, y'all. Y'all ready for some Wingstop? Actually, you know what? Hang on 1 second. 1 second, please, and thank you, because y'all know I like to have fun with y'all. I love having fun with y'all. Hang on 1 second. Oh my God. Give me 1 second, y'all. Now listen, I do this all the time. All the time. Don't worry, it's all gonna make sense in a minute. I hope you guys are enjoying your Monday, by the way. Monday, April 29th. Can you believe that's almost May? Oh, my Lord Jesus. We're just a couple of days away from May. Guess what? What? It's gotta be May. It was right there. What was I supposed to do? As this little ditty is uploading. Yes, indeed. Oh, man. By the way, y'all, it's our 500th video. Can you believe that? 500 videos. Like, I'm not even joking with y'all. Like, it is mind-boggling that 500 videos later, we're at 2,000 subscribers and made it past 100,000 views. From the bottom of my heart, the depths of my soul, the foundation of my being, to my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers, the background support team, my cavalry, my village, and everybody in between. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's not enough words. There's not enough actions. There is not enough quantity of things I can do to show y'all how much y'all mean to me. 500 videos, and we are here, rocking, rolling, and on tour for a purpose. Much for that. Yes, indeed. Hey, Bama girl, welcome in. There's no villain laugh here, but you know what I am gonna laugh at? That I can do things like this. Roll it
for Ramirez. Wingstop's triple meal deal: 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. For Ramirez?
I love our damn show so much. Y'all like that commercial? Let's watch it one more time. Just one more time.
For Ramirez? Wingstop's triple meal deal: 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
One more time for the one more time. Hashtag one more time for the one more time. Then we're going to get on the Wingstop story, all right? Y'all ready? One more time.
For Ramirez? Wingstop's triple meal deal: 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. For Ramirez? Wingstop's
No, you were supposed to say Braylon Lee. We rehearsed this before we got on tour. Anyway, let's go over to the damn story about Wingstop. So, y'all, I'm not making this up. I can finally eat here. Customer reveals that Wingstop is accepting EBT. By the way, I think Uber Eats. Let me see something. I think Uber Eats also too. Hang on, let me see. Uber Eats EBT. So you can do Instacart with EBT, and Uber Eats also will accept EBT. And that helps for, our seasoned people, you know what I mean? People with disabilities. And, you know, also, too, listen, just moms and dads are trying to make $1.15. So I'm joking about it because you can get Wingstop now with EBT. A Wingstop customer is revealing in the news that a franchise is taking EBT, an electronic system allowing supplemental nutritious assistance program SNAP participants to pay for food using those benefits. The proof, if you believe the sign in the window captured on video from TikTok creator Ying Kojic, is getting more than 2.7 million views as of Sunday. The clip, the creator chronicles what appears to be a Wingstop in a strip mall, per the location tag within the video in Escondido, California, within the San Diego metro area. The 6-second video shows the sign in the window reading, "We now gladly accept EBT," and with a female voice saying, now that's what I'm talking about. It's actually possible, depending on where you live, to use SNAP benefits to pay for food at restaurants per the EBT system, according to the United States Department of Agricultural website. The Restaurant Meals Program, RMP. Oh, I never knew that. It's a state option that allows certain SNAP clients who might not be able to prepare meals for themselves or who do not have permanent housing for storage and preparing food to be able to buy prepared meals at restaurants with their SNAP benefits. AOL article, American Online article, further elaborate that a number of fast food chains that participate in states including McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, and Popeyes. They did say Popeyes, right? I think they said Popeyes. You know what? Do I have a commercial about Popeyes?
Have you tried the Popeyes chicken sandwich made with our buttermilk crispy chicken and our delicious toasted brioche buns with spicy or classic mayo? If you haven't, try it today for just $3.99.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Have you tried the Popeyes?
I think it did say Popeyes, but I think also, too, I think it said something about KFC, did not? I think it did. Do I have a commercial? I think I do.
Reinsurance.com.
So good. So good. So good.
So good is everywhere.
So good.
And while no one knows exactly where it started, for 70 years there's been only one way to describe the world's best chicken.
So good.
So good.
It's so good.
Help KFC celebrate 70 years. Get 4 free pieces of original recipe chicken with the purchase of any 10-piece meal or larger.
S-O-G-O-O-D good.
And that is so S-O-G-O-O-D good, this story. I can tell you that right damn now. Because why? Why is the story so good? Because it's about this.
Wingstop's triple meal deal. 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
I love our damn show so much. Anyway, take EBT. Arizona and California are particularly receptive to EBT payments, with most of the chains the article identifies as taking the form of payments in those 2 states. The article notes that there's even a few Little Caesars locations in San Diego that take EBT cards. It adds, by offering EBT payment options, these fast food restaurants provide greater accessibility and convenience to individuals and families who rely on government assistance for their food needs, allowing them to enjoy a quick meal without compromising their dietary or budgetary requirements. Here we go.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Here we go, one more time.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to that content creator, Young Gojik, GOSC2. People commenting on the video were enthusiastic about the revelation. Smart business play, with the understanding that it's more people with this than money, and this is for sure money. One observed. Oh, we turned it up. Another declared, with another one right. I can finally eat here. I'm not gonna lie. If I was on Snap or EBT and I could get Wingstop, damn it, listen. Someone else proclaimed it's our time to shine. The Daily Dot has reached out to the content creator via TikTok, direct message into Wingstop via email. And you know what I would get if I got EBT? You know what I would get from Wingstop? You know what I would get from? And yes, AOL is still around, child. So for those of you who may not remember AOL, it was on a CD-ROM and then Net Zero, I think, as well. And then Earthlink was on a CD-ROM where you could buy it, and that would be your gateway to the internet. But now AOL is more of a blog site. Like I told you, I'm not mean about everything. You know the combo I would get if I was on EBT? Roll it.
For Ramirez? Wingstop's triple meal deal. 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
I will buy 2 of those on EBT or Snap. Let's roll on, y'all. Everybody's saying, Brady, you play too many damn commercials. Oh, my Lord. You know what? Wingstop would be really good to eat while watching this show that's coming back this summer. Roll it.
Did you miss us?
It's coming back this summer on WeTV and streaming on All Black. All right. Let's roll on, everybody. Now, this is all legend. This is all legend. I put my links in the description box, okay? Media takeout. Kanye West may be broke, put liens on all his property. Kanye West appears to be facing a pretty serious cash crunch. Media takeout confirmed that the rapper has placed several assets on the line for the sake of his clothing company, Yeezy LLC. By the way, if you don't know what that is a titanium grill that I think it's about $2,000. He spent $2,000. I think. Hang on, let me see something. Kanye West titanium grill cost
$850,000.
I'm sorry, that was
Marca.com. Kanye West, now going by the name Ye, has unveiled a jaw-dropping set of titanium grills worth a staggering $850,000. The unique dental structure, inspired by Jaws, the iconic villain from James Bond films, caught the attention of social media, sparking wild speculation about whether Ye had removed his natural teeth.
Thank you, Google, as always. So $850,000. That's $850,000 in his mouth. Now, personally, I would just rather have $850,000 in my bank account. But, you know, to each their own. To each their own. To each their own. All right, let's go. In case y'all didn't know what that was. All right. The 46-year-old rapper is putting up much of his assets as collateral for a mysterious financial deals. Yeezy LLC, the clothing umbrella owned by Kanye, entered into an agreement with logistics firm 1981 Distribution earlier this month. The 1981 Distribution firm specializes in distributing and warehouse facilities for e-commerce, and appears the firm is handling Yeezy stock and shipping. The company needed collateral to enter into the distribution deal. They looked to take Kanye's personal assets, a very unusual step. I don't know how Kanye sees out that thing. I mean, first of all, you in Los Angeles. What's the weather right now in California?
It's 73 degrees and sunny in Los Angeles.
73 degrees right now. So he's in 73 degree weather. What's the hottest that California can get?
According to PBS, the hottest temperature ever recorded was 134 degrees in July 1913 in Furnace Creek, said Randy Severny of the World Meteorological Organization, the body recognized as keeper of world records.
Thank you very much. So the highest I ever got in July 1913 is 134 degrees, but it can get up to 115 degrees. And you went all black, sir. Okay. All right. As collateral, Kanye put up 2 luxury motors, his Yeezy Gap apparel range, various storage archive items, and stem player designed by teenage engineers. So y'all remember that stem player that had the Donda album on it? Apparently he put that up as well. The lien documents, which were filed in court, reveals a series of loans Kanye has been tied up in dating back to 2015, using his Wyoming home as collateral too, and a deal with CGB Agri Financial Services, which lends money and leases agricultural machinery. If the loan isn't repaid, the collateral includes all irrigation equipment of every kind that is included but not limited to center irrigation pivots, pumps, PVC pipes, sprinklers, and motors. So basically, that farm in Wyoming, that if it's not repaid, then his farm is going to be shit. Well, I haven't had Wingstop in a while. The last time I was there, I thought I would get high from some weed someone else. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this. Nope, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. Oh my God. I mean, listen. You know, I think if Kanye would have just accepted the divorce for what it was, not try to drag it out, if he wouldn't be in all these different beefs. I mean, you know what? Hang on. So there was a article, if I'm not mistaken. Hang on, United Center. Just look it up. Without images, sorry. Well, anyway, there was a story, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I know we covered it live on Virtual Tour Live. There was a story that talked about Kanye West and how apparently he was shut out of every other venue except the United Center. I think if he would have just stuck to the prompt and not caused all this, I'm not saying that he would not be struggling because he would still be him. But when you say anti-Semitic rants, and Adidas has to decide whether it's you or their company, when you have a school that the septic tank overflowed and you didn't believe in the cleaning staff, and allegedly you relieved yourself to Batman while you put it on mute, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes people are the cause. Sometimes the reason why people are going through their own shit is because they're the cause of their own shit. Let me see. I'm for real. I had to take my granddaughter out. She said, "What is that smell?" Not the kids wanting to know. You know what? If you a parent and you give your kids gummies to make them relax, okay, you doing too much. You doing too much. I'm sorry. And let me just say this. It is no judgment with smoking weed. Honestly, tell you the truth, if I got, and listen, my friends have asked me, would you smoke with Snoop Dogg? Hell yes, I would smoke with Snoop Dogg. Get Snoop motherfucking ass dog. What you think? But also, too, weed is a relaxer for some people, right? And also, too, there is miracle marijuana that helps people not have seizures, right? So, to me, as long as it works for you and you mind your own business and you ain't hurting nobody, have at it. I think, honestly, it should be legalized at this point. I mean, good damn. You got somebody that said I could pow somebody on Middle Fifth Avenue and still get away with votes, but the FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, allowed that to broadcast all over the world. But yet somebody having weed in their car and they get in jail for a misdemeanor. Are you serious? I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't. All right, y'all. Netflix, here we go. More Virtual Tour Live coming at you right from this space right here right now as it's loading for me. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And then, of course, I will drop the link so you guys can come up because I know you guys got to have a lot to say. I got a lot to hear. All right, so this comes to us from YM Cinema magazine, Technology Behind Filmmaking. Netflix starts to prefer low-budget filmmaking. I'm going to say that again. Netflix starts to prefer lower-budget filmmaking. Netflix is pivoting to lower-budget filmmaking projects and moving away from the high-octane, big-budget action flicks. The New York Times reports that would be a piece of great news rather for filmmakers as it opens up more opportunities to screen your next project on the Netflix platform. Enough with the mega-budget projects. The story starts with Mark Wahlberg, or Mark Wahlberg, according to Business Insider 2020. Netflix paid Wahlberg a whopping $30 million to star in Spencer Confidential, which clocks in at 24 on the highest paid film roles of all time. Critics panned the action thriller adaptation of Robert P. Barker's 2013 novel Wonderland. It scored a dismal 36% on Rotten Tomatoes despite the hefty investment. And that caused some turbulence in the screening giant, in which Netflix previous film chief Scott Suber left the company in January following clashes with bosses over what kinds of films to produce. Before Suber's exit, Netflix chief content officer Bella Baraja met with the company's film department, where she said film quality needs to improve. Sorry about that. According to the Times, in the meme, Baraja told staff that the company was moving in a new direction and to consider leaving if they were not on board, according to the outlet. Now Dan Lin, the streaming service new film chief, and he wants a more varied slate of movies to appeal to better appeal to the array of interests among subscribers. Now, I'm gonna show y'all this, okay? Now, there's a movie called Red Notice. I think this was probably the biggest film in Netflix history. Here it is here. So for those of you who don't know what Red Notice is all about, so this was a 2021 action comedy directed and written by Rawson Marshall Thurber, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot, and Richard Ora. This marks the third collaboration between Thurber and Johnson following Central Intelligence with Kevin Hart and Skyscraper in 2018. Central Intelligence 2016, Skyscraper 2018. In the film, an FBI agent reluctantly teams up with a renowned art thief in order to catch an even more notorious thief. Originally planned for release by Universal Pictures, the film was acquired by Netflix for distribution. It began a limited theatrical release on November 5th, 2021, before digitally streaming on the platform on November 12th, 2021. It received mixed to negative reviews from critics for its plot and screenwriting, though the performances, particularly by Johnson and Reynolds, action sequences and humor were praised. Netflix claims the film was the most watched film in its debut weekend, as well as the most watched film within 28 days of release on the platform on Netflix. It became the fifth most watched streamed movie title of 2021. 2 sequels are in development and will be filmed back-to-back with Johnson, Reynolds, and Godot and Thurber expected to return. Now, I'm going to scroll down. See this here? See this here. Filming in Italy was completed on November 18th. The film was greenlit with an estimated production budget of $160 million, and by the time it was released, the reported cost had reached $2 million, making it the most expensive film in Netflix history. Yeah. The most expensive film in Netflix history, okay? So let's get back on this. The indie style approach is the preferred approach. Dan Lin is a former head of production at Warner Brothers and became the Netflix film chief this month. The indie style filmmaking is the preferred approach. Dan Lin arrived as Netflix new film chief on April 1st and has already started making changes. He laid off around 15 creative film executive group members, including 1 vice president and 2 directors. Netflix's entire film department is around 150 people. He reorganized his film department by genre rather than by budget level, and has indicated that Netflix is no longer only the home of expensive action flicks featuring big movie stars like The Gray Man with Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, or Red Nose with Ryan Reynolds, Gal Gadot, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Michael Bay, and more. The New York Times reports here. Let me see. The New York Times reports that Lin is now tasked with producing a wider variety of films, which the company thinks can be done at a lower budget to connect better with the site's audience. One of the first moves was ending the massive upfront paychecks for actors. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? Hey, who said that? Good to see you, beautiful. So there's this thing, right, where there's this thing called the back end. So if you're an actor, you sign the contract, you don't get paid until the movie is done. Right, until filming is done and all that stuff, you don't get paid, right? But they do deliver big checks up front, depending on the actor. But the back end is the royalties, merchandising, identity of likeness. You know what I mean? So the back end is all the extra stuff in partnership with the film. Understand? So that's what that is. Okay. Like I said, we give the media game over here regularly. Good news from filmmakers. Netflix has learned in the hard way that the story is the most important factor. Making low-budget films might be preferred over the high-octane, mega-budget action flicks, which cause the audience to turn off the TV. What does that mean for us? Netflix might be more tolerant to accept projects from independent creators as far as the content will appear to its largest audience and subscriber base. So shout out to YM Cinema Magazine for that. And this is the story here. Unfortunately, I can't hang on. Let's see. Dan Lin, New York Times. I'm trying to see something here. Hang on. 1 second. Damn it, usually Yahoo has it. Anyway, but yeah, so this is the link here. I'll drop the link if you guys want to read it here. Wait a minute, hang on. Oh, got your ass. Anyway, so here it is here. This is the New York Times article here. Like I said, we show our receipts around here, okay? So So there you go. So with that receipt being shown, there is another little something that you guys may not know about. Boom! Netflix buys former Army base to create $850 million production studio in New Jersey. Oceanport, New Jersey. Netflix is buying a former New Jersey Army base to create one of the largest production facilities in the world. Yes, indeed they are. On Wednesday, the Fort Monmouth Economic Revitalization Authority, or FMERA, voted to enter into a sales contract with the streaming giant to buy Fort Monmouth mega parcel for $55 million. FMERA is the state agency in charge of redeveloping Fort Monmouth, which was shuttered by the United States Army in 2011. Netflix said it will invest upwards of $850 million to build a state-of-the-art production facility, one with 12 sound stages, ancillary production spaces, and backlots similar in size and scope to its New Mexico studios to produce TV series and films, including originals. Production will also occasionally go on site at scenic backdrops around the state. So that is what it looks like there. That's an artistic rendering from Netflix there. So there you go. So that is what it will potentially look like in New Jersey. So you got all these sound stages with different shows. Yes, indeed. Like I said, I keep up with stuff. I do. So right here, this will be a key focal point, and it will be our East Coast production hub, says Roger Dahl, Netflix Director of Content Studio Affairs. Netflix economic impact. Hang on, go back. It's a touchscreen now. Netflix estimates it will generate between $7.4 billion to $8.9 billion in output over the next 20 years for production and construction. The value added to New Jersey's economy as a direct result of that activity during the same period will be between $3.8 billion and $4.6 billion. It estimates. There is Zendaya there. Shout out to Zendaya. During peak construction, Netflix estimates the project will contribute as many as 3,500 jobs. Once the studio is fully operational, it estimates that Netflix production could contribute between 1,400 and 2,200 jobs annually. In addition, Netflix expects there to be a considerable ripple effect as the production hub could spark private sector capital investment into adjacent industry infrastructure businesses, including post-production, that's coloring, that is sound, that's editing, all of that, and other digital facilities and services. New Jersey emerges as a hub for Hollywood. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy calls the investment transformative and a cornerstone in the state's efforts to create a thriving industry. He said in a news release issued after the approval. In total, New Jersey was home to 725 productions in 2021, including 68 feature films and 132 television series. As a result of a nearly $1 billion of film production spending, New Jersey will further solidify its status as an emerging national leader in the television and film industries, Murphy said. The New Jersey Economic Development Authority said the annual report by the state's Film and Television Commission found that film and television production in New Jersey shattered all previous records in 2021, with the industry spending more than $500 million in the state, creating more than 5,500 jobs. Go back. And this is what the studio gates will look like in New Jersey. Right here. With the big N right there. Yes, indeed. You know what, Netflix? May I make a suggestion here? I think that this could be like the clapboard. Wait a minute. Now, Netflix, I'm not telling you what to do by any stretch of the imagination. No, I'm not. Y'all are way bigger than Braylon Lee. Okay? I will say that right now. Y'all got some money. But imagine this. Imagine this right here, okay? Imagine this as that. Come on now. I mean, you could do scene, da-da-da. That could, and honestly, you don't even have to do the whole thing, but that could be a digital ticker of productions happening in New Jersey. I mean, absolute genius, Braylon. Just you brilliant motherfucker. You just keep pounding the pavement of greatness as a hurricane of just black excellence. I mean, my lord. Okay, let's roll. Everybody's just, Braylon, shut up. Tell the story, damn it. Just tell the story. Anyway, why did Netflix choose New Jersey over Georgia? 2 months ago, now this story has, it's been a while since this story has been out, but 2 months ago, Netflix jumped protocol when it announced that it was the chosen bid in a pool of several developers vying for Fort Monmouth mega parcel, a 300-acre parcel in parts of Eatontown and Oceanport. In April 2021, Murphy wrote a letter to major Hollywood studios like Disney, Warner Bros., and Netflix in an attempt to lure them from Georgia after a fight over changes in voter registration laws there. Yes, indeed. By the way, Stacey Abrams should be governor. Point blank in the period. Murphy offered the company's incentive tax breaks as a part of a $14.5 billion economic incentive package that makes the Garden State just as competitive as Georgia to attract film and television production businesses, Murphy wrote in the letter. Murphy touted the New Jersey Film and Digital Media Tax Credit Program, which he signed into law in 2018 to encourage film and television studios and productions to choose New Jersey. Here is another rendering. These are beautiful renderings, by the way. I mean, just imagine all this in real life is going to be absolutely fabulous. Absolutely brilliant. While Netflix ears were certainly piqued by the tax incentives Murphy dangled before it, in the end, one of the biggest selling points was the land. Dahl said it's not easy to find a large swath of land near a major metropolitan location such as New York City. Netflix was attracted to New Jersey's workforce too, which Dahl says has top-notch crews and a vibrant creative sector that the company intends to tap into and further enrich. Will Netflix keep its existing studios open after Fort Monmouth is built? Dahl said the company's studios in Georgia, Toronto, and Brooklyn will stay open even after the Fort Monmouth facility is complete. Basically, it's a family of studios. So they're not going to shut down Toronto, Brooklyn, and Georgia. No. Brooklyn will be for people who live in New York. Toronto will be for people who can make it to Canada, and Georgia will be for Georgia, because all of those places have the tax credits. The tax credits makes the production cost a lot cheaper. We are thrilled to continue and expand our significant investment in New Jersey and North America, said Ted Sarantos, Netflix co-CEO and chief content officer, said a prepared statement. So here's another artist rendering. Stage 3. See the craft services there. You see that's probably a PA. You see the crane camera there. It looks like that might be a virtual reality screen. It looks like a digital screen there, or a huge green screen. That's what it looks like to me. So when will studio construction begin? There's still a long road ahead before the streaming giant physically builds studios at the old fort. Netflix has a 36-month window to complete its due diligence on the site and acquire local approvals before closing on the property. It has seen developers walk away from various properties at the fort during the due diligence period. Twice, developers proposed plans for residential commercial developments in the 80-acre parcel B, but failed to close on the site. The unique historical property will keep spaces open to the public. The site is enormous and comes with many challenges, not the least of which is de-erecting buildings that will have to be knocked down. The mega parcel is the largest FM ERA has offered for sale since it began the process of redeveloping the fort over a decade ago. Go back. The property, which was put to public bid in June, consists of several redevelopment districts and was appraised at $55.4 million. The Dow said Netflix will dedicate the entire site to the production facility. There are areas of the parcel, such as the parade grounds, that must remain open spaces, and was laid out in the Ford's reuse plan, which was just drafted prior to the Ford's closing. Dow said their site final design will most likely go through several drafts. We're going to do our best to preserve monuments, flag grounds, parade grounds. There are going to be some walking trails. It's really exciting. Absolutely. And not to mention, too, imagine, if you will, they say, hey, y'all want to be a Netflix film? We're going to be shooting at the parade grounds. And there goes all the extras. Okay. So for those of you who need a receipt, those of you who may need a visual receipt, here we go.
With dreams of a new swarm of potential business in the area,
that side doesn't have ricotta, that side does.
Justin Miles is looking forward to getting his slice of the pie.
It's going to be great.
Owner of Bello Pizzeria in Eatontown, Miles is hoping to feed the potentially thousands of future workers of the planned Netflix production studio just steps away at the old Fort Monmouth.
It's going to bring more local jobs to the people in town. It's going to boost the community. The whole town's happy. All the customers coming in, everybody's jobs to the people in town. It's going to boost the community. The whole town's happy. All the customers coming in, everybody's looking forward to it.
On Friday, Governor Phil Murphy signed a letter approving minutes from a recent meeting of the Fort Monmouth Economic Revitalization Authority, a step toward creating the nearly 300-acre production facility with 12 sound stages and almost $900 million in capital investment from Netflix. The state said it's estimated to create 3,500 construction jobs and 1,500 permanent production jobs. There's no word yet on when shovels will break ground.
It's a big day for the economy in Monmouth County and surrounding communities.
Our goal for this studio is to benefit everybody in the area and to produce world-class, high-quality TV series and films.
In the 12 years since Fort Monmouth permanently left the area, people have seen business and the local economy go with it. Residents and business owners alike hope that with Netflix's help, they can begin to write a comeback story.
Hey, how you doing?
And for Miles, who knows? Maybe he'll be cast in that comeback story.
Hopefully, they can put me in one of the movies. I can be the guy making pizzas in the back.
Honestly, good sir, what you should be doing, Netflix, is saying, hey, listen, put me down for catering. And you cater your pizza to them and keep that dough rolling in. Dough, pun intended, virtual.
Changes the moment you step on board. You can stay on track, indulge in every craving, find your ultimate zen. The ship becomes your main stage and takes you places you've only dreamed of. Now we're
Shout out to
voyaging.
Virgin Voyages for that, for sure. Shout out to them. And here is a little more information on this. Of course, for everything that is that. Some people may not like it, so here we go.
The state is also making other media news. Netflix is officially approved to build a multi-million-dollar production studio at the old Fort Monmouth Army Base in Monmouth County. The video streaming company is promising to create thousands of jobs and boost the local economy, but at what cost to the residents? Senior correspondent Brenda Flanagan reports.
And now from Netflix, the giant streaming company that brought you movies like Glass Onion, but also docuseries depicting Harry and Meghan, comes a brand new project, the proposed $900 million Netflix East Coast production facility. To be built on 292 acres at the deactivated Fort Monmouth military base, it'll feature 12 sound stages, create thousands of local jobs, and generate up to $4.6 billion in economic value over a decade, the company promises. Proponents rave.
Economically, we're talking about 1,500 full-time equivalent production jobs, okay, and 3,000 construction jobs. So this is an exciting opportunity for that community, and it's going to be a great boost to the economic viability of the state of New Jersey.
We had a huge week on the economic development front, and I'm incredibly proud of that.
Governor Murphy had pursued Netflix among other film and production companies in a letter noting New Jersey offers a range of financial incentives to the film industry, including tax credits of up to 30% of eligible production costs and a subsidy for brick and mortar studio development of up to 40%. But that tactic got a thumbs down from one expert.
I would characterize this as just a big mistake on the part of New Jersey, a mistake that many other states have made, and New Jersey is just going to be the latest to make it.
Economist Pat Garofalo studies how film and production companies negotiate deals that pit states against each other, offering lucrative subsidies to lure studios into signing contracts.
These programs simply do not work. They don't pay for themselves. They will not create the benefits you're supposed to. You end up, again, collecting pennies on the dollar. But they have that appeal.
He explains it's often more of a political windfall for elected officials than an economic one for taxpayers.
They get to send out a press release, send out happy tweets, go to a ribbon cutting, wear a hard hat and a shovel, and do all the silly political stuff that happens around these projects. That works really well for them, and by the time the bill comes due in 10, 15, 20 years, well, they're gone. It's somebody else's problem.
So what's at stake here? When Fort Monmouth shut down almost a dozen years ago, 15,000 jobs disappeared, fraying the economic and social fabric of nearby Eatontown and Oceanport. A revitalization authority tackled redeveloping the deserted base, and many local officials welcome Netflix.
We can't wait to work with Netflix and see what they have to offer. You have some people who are worried, and that goes with anything. Any change can be difficult. But right now, we're very excited about this. That this is a huge economic boom.
Netflix views this project as an East Coast hub, a perfect match for its Western production complex in Albuquerque, home to the Stranger Things soundstage, for example. In 2018, New Mexico offered Netflix a 25% tax credit plus other incentives in exchange for a 10-year, $2 billion deal.
For us, it's really about economic development. It's about crew development. It's about having actual partners that are here on a long-term basis.
New Mexico's Secretary of Economic Development, Alicia Keys, also touts the benefits for job training.
Wait a minute. There's a white woman named Alicia Keys? I'm sorry. Oh, you know what? It's not spelled the same. Let's roll on. I'm sorry.
It's about crew development. It's about having actual partners that are here on a long-term basis.
New Mexico's Secretary of Economic Development, Alicia Keys, also touts the benefits for job training. But critics examining New Mexico's Netflix deal contend state taxpayers could actually end up paying more in subsidies than the company generates in hard revenues. However, Keys stands by the deal.
I don't have any concerns for the state of New Mexico in terms of Netflix and their ability to fulfill their contractual obligations with us. I think they are doing some fantastic content here.
As for New Jersey, the ink's still wet on this Netflix deal, so the company has not applied for any New Jersey Economic Development Authority tax incentives at this time, says an agency spokeswoman. Days ago, Jersey did seal a deal with Lionsgate to partner on developing a Newark studio facility that qualifies for up to $100 million in tax subsidies. The Murphy administration hopes to see New Jersey's TV and film industry investments pay off. But in Pat Garofalo's review, the program gets
half a star, would not recommend.
This movie might not have legs. I'm Brenda Flanagan, NJ Spotlight News.
Thank you so much for that.
Whether Netflix has won the right to set up a sprawling production complex in Monmouth County. The streaming giant is among 4 bidders for the 292 acres at the closed Fort Monmouth base. News 12 New Jersey's Alex Sedan is in Eatontown with an update tonight.
Hey.
Alex.
I'm sorry, y'all. Really? Really, Tamar? Really? Why can't... You know what? We'll get to that in just a moment. I can't do it. Go ahead, Alex. Please talk, Alex, please. Okay, go back.
At the base. News 12 New Jersey's
What
Alex
the actual
Sedan is
hell,
in Eaton
child?
Town with an update tonight. Alex.
Kurt, if proponents, including Governor Phil Murphy, have their way someday soon, these gates here at the former Fourth Monmouth could lead to a major Hollywood-style production facility. No time frame on when the winner of that bidding process will be announced, but meantime, there is an underground effort underway to kill a deal with Netflix, though not everyone in this community has signed on to it.
I think it is one of those things where I'll believe it when I see it.
Netflix could soon be announced as the winner of a bid to develop 292 acres of the Fort Monmouth site into a production facility.
I think it would be great. I think it would give us more business.
The land, valued at over $54 million, has publicly been in focus for the streaming giant for nearly a year, and Governor Murphy's administration has been publicly courting Netflix with promises including tax breaks dating back to 2019. But there's one group that gives the Netflix deal 0 stars. No to Netflix is an online, anonymous group that says it wants more transparency about what Netflix or any of the other 3 bidders would put on the site, and if the jobs that would be created are more than temporary jobs like construction work, saying in a statement, Netflix would result in the primary section of the fort turned into an industrial warehouse space with no public access. We want people to be aware that a studio would negatively impact the quality of life and the redevelopment of the fort.
The fort's been vacant for a really long time. It'd be really cool to get some more attraction over to the Tim Falls area and just utilize that space rather than it being just a vacant attraction.
Nearby residents appeared unconcerned that Netflix's planned state-of-the-art production facility could create more traffic on the already busy Route 35.
It's a lot of space that they could use, so I think it'd be really cool.
And we offered someone from No to Netflix the opportunity to come on camera and address this controversy. They declined, saying that they've been targeted by what they say are hate emails and Twitter DMs by people, among those accusing them of being like the people in 2019 who stopped Amazon from building a second headquarters in the New York area. They also say that their No to Netflix long signs have been requested by 47 people, which they say are signs that their message is spreading. In Eatontown, Alex Sedan, News 12, New Jersey.
There you go, guys. So in case you do not know, now you do. So I'm gonna turn on my camera now because I've done the whole show for how many hours? I know I've done it for, over a whole hour. Yes, indeed. So I'm gonna drop the link if you guys want to come on up. Like I said, I mean, I just try to give factual information. I try to give y'all stories that matter to the culture. Sometimes it's stories that you may not think matter to the culture, and there's some stories that, hey, I didn't know that, but by the time I get done, I hope you at least walk away with something of knowledge, you know what I mean? So y'all give me a moment, child, because I got, Lord, Tamar, what did you, Jesus, Tamar! Okay. Hang on. Hey, Miss Fuller, welcome in.
Hello. I'm back.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, now what old Tay done now, shoot? You know, she be running my pressure.
Yeah, that's what I'm listening to right now.
Oh my God, that girl can run your pressure up. It seems like everybody wants some attention late nowadays.
Child, you ain't never lied.
They gonna realize that attention ain't always good attention. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It ain't always good attention. Yes, indeed.
Hang on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play it. And what I'll do is I will stop it from time to time in Kempire. This is nothing but love, brother. I'm trying to find it on the Jasmine brand, and I'm not seeing it. Let me see if I can type in. Tamar Braxton. Let's see. Okay. Okay, M-I-C-H-E. Okay, Michelle. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to play it. I'm sorry, Kim Fire. I'll pause it so that way we won't get struck over here. But I think it's important. Oh my Lord Jesus!
Hi, healthcare worker.
Hey, healthcare worker, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Okay, Kim Fire. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pull up the Kim Fire clip. This came out 1 hour ago. Okay, here we go, y'all. So we're going to start from the beginning. Here we go.
So it looks like Tamar Braxton has more to say in regards to the backlash that she's been receiving since she did an interview on the We Sound Crazy podcast. Speaking of the We Sound Crazy podcast, one of their co-hosts are speaking out in defense of both K. Michelle and Tamar. Well, we have a lot to unpack and some receipts to drop.
Ciao.
Welcome back to the Kempire Channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload.
Now, let me say this before Kempire does what he does. Kempire is going to get, I promise you, he's going to get a first look deal by some studio. I promise you. Because Kempire Productions, I'm here for it. He is so thorough, so gifted, and he is an excellent communicator. So I just wanted to say that before we get started. So I'm going to be pausing it where, hopefully we won't get struck. But Kempire, I'm just using this, utilizing it. Anybody can use it, but it takes somebody to utilize it. Because we just literally talked about Tamar Braxton in this live. So here we go.
So yesterday we posted 2 separate videos talking about the backlash that Tamar has been receiving when she subsequently shaded someone or someone's in this interview that she did with We Sound Crazy podcast, where they were talking about Beyonce's impact on Black country music.
Because it was a couple of people who should not have been singing country Black music that was awful. And it was concerning for me.
Care to mention a few?
No, but
she made some subtle shade towards people that were transitioning from other music into the country space. All right. So K. Michelle did respond. We talked about that in a separate video. If you missed it, be sure to check it out. But K. Michelle had more to say that I want to talk about in regards to what she said on Instagram in the comment section of the Neighborhood Talk. So K. Michelle says this. First of all, K. Michelle had quite a few different tweets in regards to responding to Tamar's subtle shade. So K. Michelle says, y'all know I wouldn't be saying anything. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's been going on for months now, well, years. She's just very hurt acting out. It has to stop today. I don't speak on her, about her. We just aren't in the same circle. I don't think of her. She continues to bring me up in some way, throw her shade, then play victim. I'm just not going to keep playing with her. It's played out, but she will stop. I can overlook negativity all day, but don't keep poking at me, even at shows. I know everything you do and the fits you throw when I'm performing or asked. So she's talking about some behind the scenes tea that we haven't even known about. She says everything. I don't say a word. I be quiet and sing. There's no reason for you to continue subs and jabs. It's like you have to be seen, even if it's shading and negativity. Bitter Betty, live in your talent, not in your drama. That was a word. When I read that, I said, that is a perfect way to describe Tamar Braxton, who I will never take away from being talented, right? Talented as a singer, but also as a reality TV personality. Okay. So she says, live in your talent, not in your drama. Lesson I had to learn and worked out for me. She says, I have a right to defend and be sick of your ish. I finally say in front of everyone, leave me alone or else. Oh, shoot. She says, I stand on that and you should try it. You're 9 whole years older than me and you should set an example of some sort. Now go play victim.
K. Michelle, very well done, Miss Fuller. What do you think about K. Michelle's response to Tamar? I thought everything needs to be said. I mean, especially living your gift, not your drama. Go ahead with your take.
I'm not mad at her. Any other time I might say, okay, Michelle, this. But I'm gonna have to agree with her on this one. I'm gonna have to agree with her on this one. Especially K. Michelle ain't saying nothing, leave her silent. While you can leave her silent. But I got to agree with her, K. Michelle, on this one. Like, that was unnecessary. And now you trying to throw a little spark and fire on something that doesn't need to be. Don't start a beef that don't need to be a beef there, and no rattling of the chains. Just leave it alone. Focus on your career, Tamar. Because obviously you don't have nothing to sing about. You don't have nothing to do. You're boring now. And so again, along with your half brother Ray J, y'all trying to just be pulling attention everywhere you can get it. I'm just saying, they just try to get attention everywhere. Like, stop it already. Go in the studio, work on something. Y'all bored. Y'all something is going on. Go get it out and put it on in the studio. Put it on the song. That's what Lady B do.
Right. And I will say that, and very well said, Ms. Ford, very well said. And listen, this is how I feel about it, right? People can tell when you're being shady and when you're just telling the truth. I'm going to say that again. There's a difference between shading and just speaking facts. Like I said, I did at the top of the show when I said I heard a content creator on some live today say that we should care about the kids. And if we were caring about Paris and Knox or Maverick and the Eminem kids, they were crying, hooing, and Mama Say, Mama Sama Makusa. However, them as a content creator drags the mother of the Eminem kids everything but a child of God. To me, how dare you have the Black Dassy, Black Proxy, and the Black Imagination to go on to give a sorry-ass apology or to give a sorry-ass point of view of we need to care about the kids, but yet you drag their mother. Now everybody's comprehension skills are top tier. But, like I said, there's a difference between dragging and telling the truth. And with what K. Michelle said, I think I agree with her. You are a Braxton. You should be bigger than K. Michelle. Because your sister is Toni Braxton. You know what I mean? So living your gift, not your drama. And that, K. Michelle really has been minding her own business. So I agree that she has the right to speak up for herself. Let's roll on.
Which she is going to do. So Tamar did respond also in the neighborhood talks situation. She says, I wasn't speaking about you. I just want to add that because Tamar is. I would have said your name. I was speaking of country black music that I have heard before that I didn't enjoy. I wish you the best on all of your future endeavors. I only want beef with the devil. The end. Well, we hope it was the end, but you're the one who did it. Here's the thing. Tamar, none of this would be happening and people would not misconstrue who you were talking about because there could be people. And one of the people that I forgot to mention was Kandi Burruss, because Kandi did take a foray into country music before. And as you know, Kandi and Tamar have had issues over the years in recent years, which we're about to get into because Tamar brings that up. Not Kandi. Candy's like, no.
Why am I in it? And you could have did it. See how I get wrong because you never apologized.
Before we get to that, I do want to point out that
Nene is a legend of television. Forget reality TV. Television. Now see how I get. You know what I do? I mind my own business. I don't start shit. How I get. Lord help. Let's roll on.
Phil Thornton, who is one of the co-hosts. He's a music executive, he's a TV producer, and he's, again, a co-host on this podcast. So he decided that he wanted to address this drama, and he said this in his Instagram story. For the record, Tamar didn't mention K. Michelle's name in the interview or off camera. The media and the fans got to stop putting words in people's mouth. There are a number of Black artists trying to cross into country. I can name a few that should go a different direction. Why did you have to add shade, Phil? You could have ignored, you could have bypassed the shade, okay? Now people are thinking, who? Name them. As Sutton would say, name them. He then says, much love to Tamar Braxton and K. Michelle. Both ladies are extremely talented, and we've got love for them at the We Sound Crazy podcast. He wasn't done, because in the comment section of the neighborhood talk, y'all in it all right now. So in the comment section, this is what Phil had to say. Where do I have that? Hold on, y'all. Let me just bring it up, because I've seen.
What do you think about the? Listen, know how I get in it. That meme of Nene is too damn funny. Miss Fuller, what did you think of the co-host of the podcast put his 2 cents into the conversation? What did you think of that?
I'm sorry. I'm feeling like Nene now. How did I get in it? Because again, you started pulling folks in that shouldn't even be in there. But no, I see the shade. Now he threw shade. I ain't gonna even lie. He threw some shade.
How was it shade though when he said that's his take? He as Kim Pyre said, he's a music executive, so he apparently knows something about the music game. No.
Here's the thing. There's shade. If you listen to it, it's shade all the way around the board. She can possibly been talking about 3 people who's doing the country crossover. And I'm fit to say it because they don't want the word they tripping over is Beyonce. Okay. Yeah, I'm going ahead and say it. So you trip Beyonce, K. Michelle, and then you have Candy. But this she breaks out to say, well, I ain't talking about recent. But then let's move Candy for a second. Let's move K. Michelle for a second. The only one out there right now popping around with the country song saying this is Texas is Beyonce. And
she did give credit to Beyonce though. Tamar did give credit to Beyonce in the interview. Yes, she did.
Yeah, and I'm just saying I really don't feel like she really too much hitting at them, because the beehives would have been a little stronger by now. So I guess it goes back to either K. Michelle or Candace. But I would say, yeah, you really was sitting there, K. Michelle. And I don't want to hear that story about a hit dog with holler. Now that was if you throwing the rock, if you throw the rock directly at me, of course I'm a holler.
No, absolutely. And listen, I mean, when you are doing a radio show, a TV show, a podcast, a film, you're writing a book, audio, you're recording an audio book, you're recording music, whatever you're doing in terms of being an artist, right? You are going to feel defensive, right, over your art. So I felt that he was just saying to protect the platform of We Sound Crazy, of like, hey, listen, I was there. Y'all saw what y'all saw, but I'm telling you. So I think he was just trying to just step up and say what was right. Now, sometimes the truth is shade to people who can't take it. I'm sorry to say that. Because, and I hate to bring up these results once again, ladies and gentlemen, but 8.3 million followers versus 319 million followers. And then if we do, hang on one second now. Don't get mad at Braylon. This is factual information. Okay. It's very factual information. Hang on one second. Okay. Just 1 second. Ah, my Lord Jesus. Okay. Now, this is 1.29 million subscribers versus 27 million. Now, that's all factual information. There was no shade in that. I did not make those numbers up. You can type in Beyonce, K. Michelle on Instagram and on YouTube, and you'll go see the same damn numbers. But I do agree with the brother that sometimes we jump the gun a little too quickly when we just need to let things breathe. But also, too, Ms. Fuller, to your point, I can also see how, guess what? If you ain't talking about her, just say that you ain't talking about her and mention who you want to mention. So I totally get what you're saying.
Yes, they need to put a name on it. Stop all that. I can't stand all these subliminal. See, that's how mess gets started. And the mess is getting started because people want to throw subliminal. I'm the type of person, I want you to go straight forward, hit me. Meaning hit me by telling me my name so I would say my name. Say my name. So I would know that's who you're speaking on. So we don't have to have a guess. That way she can't come back and like she just pull it. Because then deep down inside of doing the description, a lot of people may say, like K. Michelle may say, yeah, you talking about me. Now she want to cover herself by saying, well, I'm not talking about you. Basically, I didn't put a name on it, so I'm not talking about you. But we know deep down inside you were talking about her.
Right.
Some people maybe say. So stop the petty. If you're gonna be a woman to bring it up, be a woman to put a name on it and stand on what you just said.
Absolutely. No, I agree with you. I agree.
That's like calling the bully out and say, I'm finna fight you. We at the part, we out and gather around at the playground, get ready to put these paws out, and then you want to break out and run. Now we just stuck it up there like you ain't said nothing. Come on now, don't do that.
Absolutely. Let's roll on here, see what the receipt Kim Power has from the neighborhood talk. Let's roll on.
Saved all the things today. All right. So he says this in the comment section of the neighborhood talk. He says, it's the truth. We talked about it after the taping. K. Michelle has been on the show and our friend. Plus, my co-host Chuck Harmony and Claude Kelly created her Tennessee single. Honestly, while I was watching the interview, I know this. I'm very familiar with Louis York, the songwriting duo that is Claude and Chuck. And I knew that they worked with K. Michelle. And I was like, I think they don't even realize what Tamar is doing here. It's clearly going over your heads. That's why you guys did not take it out of the episode. Because if I had pointed it out and I had seen it before then, you probably would have taken it out. Because I don't think they had ill intentions. I definitely think that Tamar was throwing a rock over their heads because they're not realizing it, and you didn't realize that the fans would pick up on it. He then says, if we thought that there was shade toward K. Michelle, we would have edited out the episode. Check out the full... Okay, we're not going to do all that. We're already talking about it. So
there you go. I think that was also important too, the fact that those two people who are also on the podcast work with K. Michelle, and the fact that they would even cut out the episode. So at least there is some sense of responsibility here. You know what I mean? Ms. Roy, how do you feel about that? I mean, I'm
gonna agree with you on that one. So we both can say that there is a sense of responsibility.
Right. Because, I mean, how many things have we seen on social media that don't get no type of conclusion at all?
None.
I mean, at all.
And the list is too long to be listed.
That part. Hashtag clock that T right there. Let's roll on, everybody.
Oh, I think the shade went over your heads because you guys are not well versed in the drama, which is fine. All right. And I've known that you guys have worked with K. Michelle and that you wouldn't mean ill intentions, but that doesn't mean your guest didn't. Okay. So I got to play this clip for you because Tamar decided to take to Instagram and talk more about it and says that if she wanted to point out someone, she would just point out someone. She's done it before. And that's when she mentions Candy. All right. Let me play that clip.
I'm just getting started and I need to save money. Busy gave me the best service for the best price.
As a freelancer, the $0.
I really don't care, y'all, because if I was talking about somebody, I will say their name. Like nobody gonna do not one thing to me, can't do anything to me. So if I'm talking about somebody in particular, I just call it out like I did with Candy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say somebody said Candy said it, I said it, took the shit back. I said no. The husband did what he did to me, both of them actually, and she can't sing. I said that. So why now do I need to backpedal and all of this victims? I'm not no fucking I'm a survivor. You know what the fuck I've been through, what I built. What? No, Candy didn't catch it straight. What I'm saying is when I'm specifically talking to somebody, I don't have a problem saying their name because I'm not no punk ass bitch. I'll say what the fuck I want. Just like everybody say what they want to say, and who they address and what they address. I do the same thing. I'm not a child. You know what I mean? I am not scared. You know, like if I said
It's
it
the
about
facial
somebody, I would
reactions
have
from
said
me
it
from Kempire.
and say their name, because what are you going to do to me? Nothing. Not nothing. You know, and I don't fight, I don't do violence, I don't do none of that. You know what I mean? But my whole point of the matter is like if I'm talking to specifically about somebody, I would say their name. And so where we getting this from? You know, rocks. What they say? I throw rocks and hide my hand. I say what it is. When do I stop? And who started that? Who started that? That's dumb. I said what I said. When I said it's not changing.
You.
All right. Tamar.
Oh, okay. Where shall I begin? I have something to say.
Go right ahead.
I have something to say. So, and I'm in the words of my other content creator friend, and I'm gonna say what I said, and I'm gonna say it like how I'm gonna say it. Now, Tamar, come on down here to the congregationals and sit right on here, because I'm gonna have to talk to you, baby. One thing's for certain, and two things for sure. You ain't about that life. Let's get that understood right now. You try to pretend that you are, and anybody can be how should I say? Anybody could be an internet thug. Anybody could be who I'm gonna say what I'm saying. No, boo-boo. Trust to believe. You ain't really about that. Because if somebody who, and I'm not promoting violence, don't get that and nothing like that. But say for instance, if that girl, because K. Michelle from Memphis. Let's get that understood. She from Memphis, and Memphis is totally different from how they want to approach you. Meaning they, H-Town, Texas too. Because we that type on site, we will get you type of thing. Meaning if it was me and I was K. Michelle, I'm just saying hypothetically, if that was in my old days or whatever, you saying all that, baby, I would have caught you somewhere up in the ATL or caught you at one of them shows and then it came back. Now run that back again. Now what you say now? Come here, because I want you to say that again the way you said it. Say it again. You're not gonna have that same energy. You're gonna backpedal. So you can talk all that talk right now because you're not one-on-one in that girl face. Stop that. And all that. When I say what I'm saying, I'm not gonna. It ain't about you being no punk, whatever. It's not about that. It's about staying in what you say. And if you're not gonna stand and hold your ground, because some people will test your gangster. Some people will come out, okay, we gonna see. Because we know you been sheltered. You ain't been living in no hood. You ain't come up there where they and have to duck because bullets are, pows is coming through your windows. You ain't about that life. You ain't have to been out there on that doggone streets and been drugged. You ain't about that life. Trust and believe, you been sheltered. You been Toni Braxton's sister. That's how they know you as Toni Braxton's sister. That's how your career got started. Toni Braxton's sister. Brandy's little brother. Toni Braxton's sister. That's y'all labels. That's y'all names. So, yeah, I'm just being honest. I'm not gonna say what I say, but don't come up on here and wait. See, you could have said all that in that interview, but you didn't. So you wait till you get to your car. You wait till you get on your IG, and then you just got so much venom. You just this. Okay, in the words of 50, you just a wankster. Don't start that. Don't start no statements that you can't even clarify. Don't say something if you feel like you gotta retract it. Then on top of that, out of everybody you could have used an example of, you want to throw Candy name in it, who you already got an issue. You didn't even have to use her.
Exactly, child.
You didn't have to use her as an example on nothing because you already know that. It's like me. I would say, tell a person who has issue with me, you ain't even got to use my name as an example. You know we got beef. So you actually seem like you knocking at my door. You giving me a phone call from the virtual world. So you want me to say something to you. We not fit to do this. Shut it down. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, Tamar. Shut it down. Go in the studio. Get your little pen and paper. Get your little working on something. Do some type of work, and versus get out these streets and stop trying to start something that don't need to be started.
No, I think you said everything that needed to be said. Very well stated. In addition to that, too, My mama's always said this, and I totally agree with her. You get more flies with honey than vinegar. Seriously. You cannot keep poking a beehive and not expect the beehive to come at you. Okay? Because really at the beginning, middle, end of the day, like Candy is about to go on tour with Escape and Maya in 702, I think, if I'm not mistaken, for the Queens of R&B tour. That's going to be a huge tour. And honestly, Candy, I'll be like this, you know, even though Candy, you know, is not at, you know, it's not part of the Housewives anymore. She still works for Bravo, but she also is with NBC Universal. What makes you think Candy won't call NBC Peacock and be like, hey, can K. Michelle have a country album special on Peacock? And potentially that could be a primetime special on NBC with a live concert on the Plaza on the Today Show. Like, do you see what I'm saying, Tamar? Sometimes your enemy will utilize your circumstances to show your ass up. Just saying. And every move that I've said could actually happen. Real talk. Okay. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Factual.
Thank you. Thank you, child. Let's roll on.
You started that. You started it. Fans are just pointing it out, and I hate the fact that you're trying to gaslight people that are fans of Tamar are saying, Tamar, I love you, Tamar. I love Tamar, but clearly we see what you were doing here. And my thing is, you're saying if I wanted to say someone's name, I would just say their name. I did it with the Kayne situation. Well, first of all, you didn't say someone's name. You just decided to highlight and celebrate what Beyonce's doing and these other Black artists. And then you decided to take some shots at some Black artists that are doing it. You never said their names. But now you're saying that, I would just say their names. I did it with the Candy situation. Well, shout out to the Candy Birds fan page, because that's where we got the clip from. But also they remind us, and I remember this clear as day because we did a video on it. Tamar, you didn't say Candy's name immediately. What you did was shade her in the Instagram story saying, I was threatened by a peach and a man.
I give what you give to me.
I felt like if I did what they did, they would have told the world. Then she said, shall we play a guessing game? Then she says, it's beef and it's a real beef because your husband stepped to me, period. Merry Christmas. So you weren't naming names then. Eventually you did. And again, this particular situation, here's another situation. If you really didn't want problems, if you really were choosing peace, if you were really choosing positivity, you know, we highlighted in the last video what she said about not doing Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was asked. She makes it seem as if I'm choosing peace. I don't want to be fighting with, you know, anyone, blah, blah, blah. This was another instance where you could have avoided, instead of talking about another person you had beef with, especially another celebrity that you had beef with, you could have avoided even bringing up this as your example, because this was also a failed example of, no, you were throwing a rock and hiding your hand before you finally said something. You decided on Watch What Happens Live to say something.
Our question is, who is the Atlanta housewife that you hinted about having beef with on Instagram, saying her and her husband threatened you?
People think it was Eva.
Nope, it was not.
I know who it is.
It was not, and it really did happen. I'm not lying. Like, I'm not looking for attention or drama or anything like that.
Right.
But that really did happen. It was not cute. No,
Was she a full housewife?
She's a full house.
Oh my God.
It's not Candy.
Ooh.
Oh, my lamb.
I thought you and Candy mended everything after Big Brother.
I thought so too. I had no idea.
Wow. Okay.
I'll tell you the story later.
And then that blew up. We covered that whole situation. And even then, I was like, maybe there's some hope for Tamar.
This is true. So for those of you who may not know, Tamar was the first African-American winner of U.S. Big Brother in Big Brother history. That was a huge deal. And Tamar, sweetie, honey, peaches, when that happened to you, You should have been a correspondent on Entertainment Tonight. You should have been trying to do specials with CBS for your music or whatever the hell you wanted to do. You should. I mean, there's so many opportunities at CBS, child. I mean, Paramount Plus desperately needs content. Like, you should have taken your Big Brother win and make a multi-year deal at CBS, and you would have had something to do. I'm sorry. Like, so Kandi and Tamar went in the house. They ironed some things out where, where Tamar went on the bedroom Kandi tour. It was all good. And then that situation blew everything up. So that's the context on that. Ms. Full, you have anything to say before we finish this video out?
No, you got it.
Okay.
Silly me. Silly me. There is no hope. And there is no hope because Tamar wants to play in our face and make it seem like we are the dumb ones. No maturity. Part of me feels like this was a scheme that Todd or Bang Yang Yang Man set up for you to promote the return of the Braxtons on WeTV. And we fell for it. Guys, as always, I want to know your reaction to what Tamar had to say, what Phil had to say, and Kandi, don't respond. It's not worth it. Guys, as always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll ask you. Follow my lead, just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the key up to make this cool.
I promise you that brother.
These are amazing.
I promise you that brother is going to have a multi-year deal with some studio. Believe you me. Thank you, Kim Pyre, for that, brother. Much love to you. Yeah, that was just a lot, child. That really was a lot. Like, unnecessarily a lot. Like, it's Monday.
Now I'm agree with him on something. Like he said something that I have been sitting here thinking from the time that video started rolling, and that's why it brings me back to I said she's pulling for attention. Yes, they're really amazing me. All of these shows, you really all this time you ain't had nothing to say this and that, but as soon as your show, the Braxtons, about to come back, you got to come out here and create something. Man, please, I'm not gonna watch it. That's just me. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. Tracy not on there, and I didn't like how they did Tracy, and I did not like how they did her for her funeral. They didn't even show up for her funeral. So therefore, I'm not gonna watch it. I've been through with the Braxtons. I'm not gonna watch it.
Oh, okay. Understood. No, listen. I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, I feel you. You know, Toni is the foundation of that family, but I think Tracy was the heart check of that family. Real talk. You know what I mean? And truly at the beginning, middle, end of the day, you know, right is right and wrong is wrong. And so they will have to deal with that. I'm covering the Braxtons because honestly, and the reason why I'm honestly covering it is because the diversity that we do over here needs to stay diversified. And I truly believe that, you know, even though Tracy's no longer here, I do want to see Trina in her happy marriage. I do want to see that. Mama E is looking for a life partner. I want to see what that journey is like. You know, Toni has a sold out Vegas residency. The last time she did a Vegas residency, she almost went bankrupt. So for her to have a second shot. So there is positive things out the Braxtons. And plus, with what's coming with Love and Marriage Huntsville, we're going to need a place to fall. You know what I mean? So,
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I feel like, I mean, you know, I'm going to be right here with you to support you as you telling about it. But me, personally, because I watched her journey and I watched her story. And I watched the Braxtons from the time they started all the way up into that part where even all the way to the show ended, really. Even at the time, if anybody who knew her story, Tracy's story, she had already said, I always said in the beginning, she was part of the Braxtons, where when they were singing their solo career, and before they really got fully signed, they pushed her out because she got pregnant. And she from all the way up until it was her passing, she had always felt the ways with them, and it was always like it was them pushing her out. Like, yeah, Tracy, you here, but then sometimes you would see them as treating her as if she was the black sheep at times. So there was a lot of stuff that she had to deal with, and she had to run to her father and be up under her father, because most of the time it's like, I know how it is when a family forms a clique and you be out, that situation. But she's a loving person. She was trying to love everybody, and I get that. But at the end of the day, when she was here, she did some struggles and she did some situations with her sisters, and they know that. My thing was this with them was, I don't give a dang. I might be fussing and arguing and disagreement and all of this with my sister, and I might not agree with who she married, may not even like who she's married at all. But when it came down out of the love for my nephew, when it came down to it, I would have still showed up at that woman's service. Whether he wanted me or not, I would have roasted her bold and beautiful and sitting in the front. You ain't finna tell me I can't be here for my sister and my nephew. I would have been there, regardless of the fact. It was nothing that man could have said to stop all of them, including their mother, to not be at that woman's memorial funeral. So once again, I felt like they slapped this girl in her face. That's just my opinion. I'm not saying that they don't love their sister. I'm not saying that they haven't. But again, once again, y'all literally showed how y'all really treat her. You did it to her in life. And then the last final hoorah, when y'all had an opportunity to straighten that, they should have showed up for her. So I just can't see them like that. Right after that, I had said that I don't listen to nothing they talk about. That's why I probably didn't see this with the Tamar situation, because again, after what they did to Tracy, not showing up for her, at least for her nephew, be there for her nephew. Y'all nephew, which is her baby. That was her baby. Be there to hold her baby hand. Y'all didn't even do that. So it ain't nothing I can hear Tamar on besides go like the rest of your sisters and go be quiet. Because you don't hear nothing from Toni. You don't hear nothing for the rest of them. So Tamar do the same thing. Go on over there. Go on over there in that corner and go sit down, little baby.
Lord, not go over there and sit down, child. Lord hell. And you know what? And again, night lady, we love you as always, for sure. I think you're not wrong in your opinion. I think there's a lot of people that feel the way that they feel. Kevin Jr. will also be on the show as well. And they are going to use never before seen footage from Tracy's life to showcase, what the journey has been. And there was someone in the comments section, I think it was the Jasmine brand, if I'm not mistaken, that had your sentiments, Miss Fuller, of, did you not, Tamar, were you not the sister that said that I wish you were dead to me? Sometimes reality is like a itch. It's like an itch. You gotta deal with what you've dished out. So it's going to be something for sure. For sure. Oh, my Lord Jesus. So I know that you were excited to see what the Netflix thing was about. What did you think about that?
Yes, that's what I wanted to say too on the Netflix. I'm like, I see what they're trying to do. When they said that trying to bring in a production trying to do that, you know what, I instantly thought about Tyler Perry. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm wrong to think that. But it gives like what Tyler Perry just did. And I don't know, Netflix, sometimes I think they kind of moving out their lane. I think they need to go, just my opinion. Stay in y'all lane. That's not your lane. That's all I can say on it. Stay in y'all lane.
When you mean stay in your lane, you mean in terms of them doing films or them trying to do studios. What do you mean by them
I
staying?
say more like the films. Like they're it's the streaming
Okay.
side. They're the streaming side. They're doing their film. Sometimes, and then I don't want. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that. But I was about to say that sometimes people step into a lane that's not really for them. Because even right now, look at what they look at before they're talking about. They put a bid in, and look what's about to happen. People already trying to the anonymous group is trying to set it down, trying to stop it. They don't want it. So again, I wouldn't even waste my time and money if that's what it's gonna be about to go in that direction. I would try to find another spot. If that's what they want to do, would take it to a different, landmark or different location. Be that landmark right there alone. Don't mess with that one. Just go to another one. I mean, that's my opinion.
Yeah. No, I can really I can receive what you're saying for sure. I think that for example, a lot of people don't realize that Connecticut also tapes a lot of shows as well. That's where Maury, that's where Steve Wilkos, that's where Jerry Springer, God rest his soul, taped their shows, right? So East Coast has always been for production. I mean, even Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and Deal or No Deal was filmed in Connecticut. So when it comes to New Jersey, y'all heard how many productions that they have had. In addition to that, there are some morning show anchors that live in New Jersey and then they get drove into New York 5 days a week because they don't want to live in New York, right? So in addition to that, Wendy Williams, who lived in New Jersey and then traveled to New York City every day to do the Wendy Williams show. So I think the fact that it is happening in New Jersey, the studio, I mean, listen, there might be a talk show host that might want to move to New Jersey, and then guess what? Netflix could do a whole daytime talk show or do a late night show. They can do movies, they can do sitcoms, they can do dramas. The diversity is limitless. But I also do get what you're saying that sometimes platforms just need to stay platforms. They don't need to be creators. So I do get what you're saying.
Yeah, because you might look at it as, I don't want to see they say that, oh, they're gonna flop. You never know. It's like trying to open up a nightclub. Is it gonna last or is it not? Sometimes some people feel like that's a bad business venture. And I'm kind of thinking that's just my opinion with Netflix. I'm like, it may work and it may not, but we'll see. Because it's just good to see how it's gonna come out. Because again, before you can even get good on anything, they ready to shut you down. They ready. That's why I feel like it's not always good to broadcast what you're trying to do. Just wait till it already the deal is signed, so nobody can try to set a petition to stop you from what you're trying to do. And speaking of, and how many to try to change off the subject for a real second, but I do have to say this because this has been on my mind troublesome too. Let's go about the babies, people, because these folks is losing it today, and I wish they would go on somewhere, shut it down. Because here's what everybody is missing: the one factor right now. They're missing the one thing. It goes back to what it still fit a land back to like what I said about Tamar and her show. Every time the season of if the show's seasoning is supposed to open up or however, they want to come out with it. You've been quiet all this time. You've been silent all this time. And then now you want to come out, but you want to come out and you want to go full blown and you want to come out, here's the documents being released. Then there's the children being slandered now. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Everybody with this, oh, kids is off limits. Kids is off limits. Let me say this. It's always off limits. And hear me now, because I know y'all in the bushes listening and stuff like that. It's always off limits when the victim that y'all messing with, the person that y'all messing with, you messing with this woman and her children. She's staying silent. She's staying busy. She's not giving none of y'all no heat. She's not coming on live saying nothing to y'all, and y'all can't stake it. So y'all figure first we gonna poke her. We're gonna poke her and see if she's gonna say something. She haven't said nothing. Everybody knows what Melody said when she was in that Las Vegas, and she said this. Everybody knows if you want to hurt her, go after her kids.
Absolutely.
Her kids is her kryptonite. Her kids is her weakest link. That is her weak spot. If you want to harm her, go after her kids. But let me say y'all something. Y'all taking what she's saying in the wrong way. See, you take what y'all heard was you want to hurt me, go after my kids. So somebody said, okay, y'all, let's go after the babies because we gonna hurt her. No. I'm gonna need y'all to go back and listen to what she's really saying.
Right.
If you really want to buck with me, mess with them children if you want to, because then you gonna have a FIGHT on your hands at that point. And she's not lying, because not only will y'all have to deal with her, but you gonna deal with a whole nation of folks who love her, who is not gonna stand around and not gonna sit around and allow y'all to come after these innocent babies at this time. At this time, the children, y'all read what they're dealing with. Y'all understanding, some of y'all knowing what they understand. My channel, I wouldn't dare. I mean, I understand. I'm not taking away from some of the content creators and some of them who's reading it. And I understand, because you're trying to showcase their father is not who he really saying. He going out here trying to do a campaign on. I'm a good father campaign. No, you're not, sir. No, you're not. Because a real father, and Matt, no matter what you have done or what you and Mel was going through, dealing to dissolve that marriage, at the end of the day, mister, you are supposed to protect your children, but you're not doing it because you are a beer and you don't have the sense God gave dogs. Right. You don't. You're targeting your children. You don't need to be around your children. You don't even need to be in their presence anymore. Your rights there needs to be taken away before you harm this baby and hurt him even more. To the factor of the matter is, it's going to be something very serious. And nobody should have to deal with that. This woman shouldn't have to deal with it. I watch too many cases on a daily basis of the system is not paying attention, and then they wait to the last minute, and then something majorly happened where it can't be reversed, and then it goes into, well, I didn't realize. How you didn't? The signs is there. He has went from platform to platform and has admitted to on the live without really realizing what he has said, thinking somebody wouldn't catch it. He has admitted and openly that he is going to harm this woman. Y'all think she ain't just got no heavy security because she want it?
Absolutely.
She got to have it. And now she's gonna have to put it on her kids. Because this has gone outrageous. He's so vindictive that he leaks her address with her children, as if he want people like Basement Billy to break in and go over there and harm this woman and her babies. Are you sick or are you sick? It's ridiculous. And the CT and the CC, yeah, I'm coming up y'all street. I'm knocking on the door and I'm kicking down some walls right now. But y'all to say, oh, the children is not involved, but you want to drag their mama, the mother and the kids are as
Clock
one.
That T. Clock that T. Clock that T. Absolutely right.
The mama, if you're talking about the mama, you're talking about the babies. If you're talking about the babies, you're talking about the mama. So you can't miss them because they came from her womb. They are her. Straight. They are her body.
Damn
so
straight.
So how about this? Don't put your mouth on her. Period.
That part.
Don't talk about her. Period. Because the moment she fired back, or she's not gonna fire back right now, because it's y'all irrelevant. Y'all not even in her. Let's be honest. Some of y'all not even in her tax bracket. So leave her be. Leave her be. Okay. So at the end of the day, it's like, leave her alone. You want to drag her, you want to do all that, leave her alone. Leave her kids alone. So don't get mad when other content creators step up and say, okay, Mel, you ain't got to say no, we finna say it. So if you want to drag her babies, let us drag your kid. Let us drag these people who got something to say. We're going to drag all the children if y'all going to be. Don't jump up now and say, oh, when kids are off limits. Well, her kids is off limits too.
Absolutely. No, without question. And I appreciate you saying that because, like I said at the top of the show, there was a content creator that was on Content Creators panel. And I am saying this because I'm saying it in the way I'm saying it, rather, because I come from such a cool, calm, and collective place, but not everybody is cool, calm, and collected themselves to receive it. But I thought not so much that apology, but I thought that plead for kids matter was utter bullshit. You don't care about the kids, the Eminem kids, Paris and Knox or Maverick. You don't care about them. That was a sorry ass plea to make yourself look like a victim of, oh my God, y'all, it's gone too far, when you are contributing to the problem. If you are talking about Melody Cherie Rogers, or if you're inside the inside joke of Melody Cherie Lee, and you are talking about her, you do not care about the kids, because the kid's mother is Melody. Like Ms. Fuller so articulately stated, when you talk about the mother, you're talking about the kids. So if you are one of the haters of Melody and you say don't talk about the kids, you need to stop talking about Melody, because otherwise you're bullshitting. You're bullshitting just to make yourself look sympathetic so people cannot rag on you. So that way you can get sympathy points for a moment, but you don't win the game. And that's fucking disgusting. So if you're about, let's respect the Eminem kids, respect their mother. And some of y'all have already done y'all content to get at Melody. But if you're really about those kids, I want you to really sit there and think to yourself, if somebody were to create a YouTube channel about you and dragging your whole existence, would you not be pissed off as a mother? Somebody was dragging your kids on YouTube, dragging you as a mother. So please don't go on another fucking damn panel, make another damn video saying the kids matter, but yet you keep talking about their damn mama. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit.
Exactly. And don't get on that panel and he know who he is and come out because next time I ain't gonna even lie. Let me catch it. I don't know. I'm not on his stuff or whatever, but let me see it. Let me mess around and see it. I'm going there. I'm going on there and I'm gonna go there with him because I'm like, enough is enough, sir. Enough is enough, sir. Leave. You is not father of the year. You are not father of the year. Go sit your butt down and leave that woman alone. She gave you your walking papers because you asked for it. It's like I told my ex. You applied for a job before you terminated your other employment. So because she took you completely out the system and gave you what you want, that's the job you desire. You got Absolutely. It. Now work it and leave her alone. McDonald's is hiring. Go on out there and flip a burger too.
Not
you
McDonald's,
ain't 12.
Lord hell.
Burger King, you go there and be management. You want to control something? You want some children you want to control?
That's true.
Go on up in there and watch them workers in there work you over. Cause that's his problem. He ain't had nobody really get him. You want to get on, you want to come on YouTube and then you want to call these other content creators and you want to threaten. You know who to come for. You know who to talk that smack to. Cause see, I'm that one female. I wish you would.
Well, here's the thing. Well, here's the thing, right? I think for somebody to be so cavalier, to be so displacent and so incoherent to not understand the magnitude of what he's doing, that's on him. If you want somebody to lose their mind, be silent. The more that we're silent, the more they lose it.
Exactly. And that's the thing.
So
he's Braylon. He's losing it. Pay attention to what I'm saying. You know why he's losing it? Because he feeds off of Mel going back at him. So he's pushing buttons, pushing. Eventually, you're gonna figure. You keep pushing the buttons. He's thinking this now. If I keep pushing her buttons, eventually she's gonna say something. But here's something, Satan, what you don't understand. When you move to the next level and you fasting and you praying and God say, be silent. I got your back. I'm finna fight your battle. Don't you open your mouth, because if you open your mouth, you're gonna lose your empire. So don't open your mouth. So that is why this woman is silent and she's working and focusing on work. God say, you keep your eyes on what I got your eyes on. So God got Melody working right now. God has sheltered her children so they cannot see. Notice, Mel do not allow her children on social media at all, and I don't blame her. Because at this point, the disrespect. Everybody that says they love this woman's children, act like it. Shut it down. If you're gonna read here's the thing. I don't nothing against some of the content creators who has it and they read it. If you got it, you want to read it, don't read what happened to the children. Skip that. Omit that. Don't go into the details of what they have done. It's embarrassing. It's hurtful.
Stick to the adults. No, you're right. Stick to the adults. Absolutely. Because here's the thing.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with bringing awareness to what is happening. That is our job as creators, is to create spaces of conversation for information to be discussed. But we also are the greatest tools and dangerous weapons for how the world sees the world, right? And like I said, I get it. It's important to say what needs to be said about what's going through with the kids. In the same token, though, those kids don't have anything to do with the suit. It's the parents. Real talk. And also, too, I am so damn tired of everybody saying defending children and defending against domestic violence is cult behavior. Can y'all stop that shit? Please. Because that is ridiculous to me. Absolutely damn ridiculous.
Well, I got a question on that one. I'm glad you brought that part there up. Now, anybody, y'all can hit us up and y'all can ask us and go on anybody's. You can even go on your platform and answer this question, CCs and stuff, and whoever want to say this. If us defending children and Melody is a code, then can you tell me what was David Carush and Jim Jones? Because last I checked, that was a code. Jim Jones took them out into the wilderness. Ain't nobody taking nobody over here on no wilderness. Everybody got their own free will to who they want to support. Okay? Ain't nobody poisoning nobody. Only people getting poisoned, the only people who got the coat is that raincoat that's happening over there. The Love and Marriage Huntsville coat that's the coat. Everybody on all them cast members that's going against this woman and that formed this clique, y'all are the coat. Y'all the
no, I have to agree. I mean, if you are condoning the behavior, then you're a part of it. Even if you're not, even if you don't say it out loud, your silence is a whole response.
Here's the thing.
You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. Melody started her business. She got everything going. She started a business. She didn't ask everybody to come at her like they did, but they supported her. She showed what the values of what she's doing from her master classes, from her clothing line, from her skincare line, from her baby skincare line. She did that. Her producing skills. She executive producer skills. She done that. Now, this man has been married to her for all these many years. You mean to tell me, sir, you didn't learn nothing? You didn't learn nothing? You see what I'm saying? She got her followers which is the millimeters, which was born because you and your coalition clique, that you are the leader, has formed your little court section, and y'all decide, we're going to take her down. We're going to do this to her. Now, I'm going to teach you, Mel. You left me. Yeah, you left me. You took all the money from me. Okay. So I'm going to make you suffer. Well, the only person that's suffering is you. Yeah, you got her. I'm gonna say this. Yeah, you got her for the first year or two when you first started this mess after her. You got her. But then God put her mama to step in. Then her brother stepped in. Then the aunties stepped in. Then the world has started now at the same time while she was over there crying in her closet, crying on her mama's lap, crying in her mama's arms, crying in her auntie's arms, crying in her brother's arms. Here come the millimeters. Okay, we got you. She was so busy crying and holding on to her babies and can't believe this man that she once loved was doing this. So she didn't realize millimeters was formed. Let's be real. Let's be clear. She didn't realize that. And she really didn't realize how much support she had and how many people she had on her side until we showed up in January. And that wasn't all of them. That wasn't all of them. When they showed up for her, the mimosas with mail, that's still not all of them. That was barely a handful. So that's not all of them. But if anything happens to those kids in the care of that man, you gonna really see the millimeters, sir. Alabama ain't gonna be big enough to hold the protest that's gonna take place if anything happened to those babies. Because you won't go sit your butt down. You won't stop putting your hands on them children. Leave those kids alone. You got your bird, you got your babies, and then allegedly you got more other kids besides her. So why you not attacking those women? I tell you why. Because they don't have what she got. You want what she has. You want them contracts. You want this, so you want to be able to say, but sir, you can't touch her. Get your hands off her. Leave her alone. Leave her alone.
No, agreed. I think when you have to continue to go back to what you used to have, to me, that just means that you're uncomfortable with what you have now. If you gotta keep going back to it, because you know that what you used to have was a sense of comfort. It was a sense of peace. It was a sense of calm. And it's one thing to have your life not be the same life anymore because of circumstances. That's one thing. But when it's because of you, that's a whole nother thing.
You know what, Braylon? I hope, and this is not for just Melanie, for all women, and I'm also speaking to myself because I just had to learn this. You're not the problem. You're not the reason why that man decided he want to go out there and cheat. That man is the problem. Men, and then I'm not just gonna be one-sided. I'm talking about a relationship, period. Man or women. If you out there, you hear me, the sound of my voice. If you faithful, so you was faithful to your wife, you never cheated on her, you did everything you was supposed to do as a man, and she still went out there and wanted to go out there and cheat. It ain't got nothing to do with you. That's something she did on her own. You pack your stuff, you get going, you take your babies if need be. You co-parent or whatever y'all need to do if need be, but don't worry about it. Same way with women. If that person keep coming at you with, oh, I cheated because you didn't. I cheated because you cheated because that's what you had a mind to do. And once a cheater, always a cheater. They're not just going to stop there. You see what he's doing. He has a pattern. They don't stop. They want to make themselves feel like if I could be with multiple people, I could keep hurting people. He's a hurricane right now. Should I say a tornado? He's a tornado. He's trying to destroy everybody that's in his path just to get to this one person. Absolutely. That he has not stopped spinning. He haven't stopped spinning in circles to realize, stand still and look at the situation. You can't touch her. Because God, while you spinning around in circles, God been moved her. God moved her 2 years ago. He just
you're right. No, absolutely right. And I think too, a lot of times the reasons why people get so upset at other people's movement and their stagnation is because they see the movement, but they don't understand the work of the movement happening, right? And it's sad when all it has to take is just a conversation to solve everything. But you also have to come to the table as a solution. And some people want to continue to come to the table as a problem. So if you continue to come to the table as a problem, I come to the table as a solution, then I'm sorry. We got a problem that's never going to be worked out. So until people want to take responsibility for being a solution and not a problem, then we're going to have broken problems everywhere. And that's just real talk.
Well, what else we got going? We're going to get off of him because he's about to make my head hurt. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stay on that situation, but I had to say my piece.
Oh, no.
On that because I normally don't say nothing. I normally don't say nothing. I see certain people and stuff, and that's why I sit in the bushes lately, because sometimes you got to pull back. And I sit in the bushes and I listen for a little bit and then I come out. But when I see now when you really want to pull at my heartstrings, mess with Sugar Mama, mess with Tank, mess with Mariah, mess with Boss Baby. I was sing out and ring out. I would hit a note like a Mariah Carey and hit a tune like the Temptations, baby. You ain't never hear me stop singing because you messing with the wrong keys. Leave those babies alone. They're going through enough. Those who got those papers and y'all are really got them in your hands and y'all presence and y'all reading that and literally reading that, take in considerations. Those babies are suffering. So what do y'all think y'all doing by bringing it on the fourth floor on the platform and you're reading it out in details? You're hurting them all over again because when right now Mariah is at that age that she can get to a friend's house or she can get to a cousin's house and she can sneak without nobody realizing, and she can sneak on the social media and she can see this. And then it'll break her down to go to her mama and say, now she's gonna want to know answers.
Right.
Why are there being now her classmates are seeing this?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
People don't realize what they do in the virtual world has consequences in the real world. And like I said before, if you are going to say that you care about the Eminem kids and you have been bullying Melody, either fucking stop with the bullying of Melody, or I'll put it like this: whatever you do after this is your position. You do not pass go, do not collect $200. You get no love, grace, or space from any damn body. You have right from this space right here, right now, to decide, okay, I'm going to care about the Eminem kids. Because for all the haters, y'all care about Knox, Maverick, and Paris, right? Y'all care about them. But y'all could care less about the Eminem kids because you bully her mother. If you care about those kids, stop bullying Melody. But if you keep bullying Melody, that means what you said was bullshit. I want you to really think about that for a second. Before you make that video of saying this gotta stop, what in the fuck did you do? Don't at me for saying, well, Braylon, you talk about Martell. No, I talked about what Martell has done. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I'm sorry. You can't say nothing about me because let me show the receipts, Chad. Just in case y'all want to feel froggy and leap and be extra. Hang on one damn second. Because I'm so sick and tired of people pretending to be coherent when you're really just incoherent. Because it's very aggravating. Let me show you my content in case y'all want to buck up against me. Which I really shouldn't even try because Calvary will come. Y'all, the army from man. But look at all this content. All this content. I cover everybody. In every story, I have always gave soul to every story to make sure that something in that story was held for responsibility. Okay? But you see here, anytime I speak on kids, I always speak on injustice or the accomplishments. Like I just said today. Well, actually, no, it was yesterday. I'm talking about the 3 youngest CEOs in Maryland. So before you say, Brain, you talk about Martell, you do this, you do that. Look at my receipts. Okay? It's still scrolling. Okay? So I just want you to think, before you make that video about this has to stop, if you care about those M&M kids and you care about kids in general, stop bullying Melody. Because if you keep bullying Melody, then what you said was bullshit. Don't get mad at me because I'm just telling the truth. Now, if what I'm saying ain't true, this bullet ain't for you. But if you pick up that bullet, it must be true to some degree that you really don't care about those kids because you keep bullying Melody. Because at this point, right is right, wrong is wrong. And if you don't care about that line, that says more about you than me. That's it. I can't do it. Miss Fool, you got anything else to say before we head out?
No, I think I've said all I had to say. I said the same thing. I know I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my evening and get some relax.
Oh, same here. Same here.
And think, because we've been a busy bee today.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have for sure. Love you, Miss Fuller, and keep being amazing. All right, I really mean that.
I will, and I love you from the bottom of my heart. And you keep, like I said, you need anything, you got my number. Just give me a call, and I'm here for you. But again, we hope the message that we sent out today, I hope they listen from Tamar all the way down. People, they just need to listen. Everybody, it's a song called "Sweep Around Your Own Front Door."
Come on, talk about it.
That's a gospel song, and somebody needs to go listen to that. But yeah, don't pick at folks if you don't know the story. Don't start drama where you don't need to start drama. And I'm gonna end it like that. And you all have a good night. Love you.
You too, Miss Rowe. Love you too. We'll talk soon.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We're gonna end it with the daily motivator, as we often do, because after we cover the mess of the impossible, and after we cover the rise of the possible, we gotta end it with some positivity here. So let's do it. A belief is not merely an idea the mind possesses. It is an idea that possesses the mind. Ooh, from Robert Bolton. It's time for the Daily Motivator for Monday, April 29th, 2024. Make it happen. You can actually get this done. Start where you are, keep going. Don't be too concerned whether it's easy or hard, complicated or simple. Just determine what the next step is and take it. Challenges are sure to arise, but you can find a way to get through each one. Distractions will tempt you to wander from the path, yet you have the power to resist them. Keep reminding yourself how good and right it feels when you know that you're making a difference. Offer yourself the reality of that feeling again and again. As each hour passes by, make it count for something. Let the completion of each task inspire you to start right in on the next one. All of this is well within your ability, so go ahead, keep pushing forward and make it happen. Ralph Wilson. You know what? I appreciate this because I believe that people think making it happen has to be some big, grandiose energy, and it doesn't. Sometimes it's putting your phone on Do Not Disturb. Sometimes it's watching a documentary. Sometimes it's making that cup of tea for you to be at rest. Big actions don't always equal big results. Sometimes small intentional actions equal big progress. You know what I mean? So that's the first thing I would say. The second thing in terms of making it happen or make it happen is keep reminding yourself of how good and right it feels when you know that you're making a difference. When you are who you are, you do not have to boast about who you are. It just will showcase itself. Now, that doesn't mean you don't throw down in terms of who you are from time to time, to let people know, to put some respect on your name. But who you are, if it connects with people, they will embrace you. You don't have to force yourself for anybody to embrace you. And finally, all of this is well within your ability. Not a fifth, not a quota, not a half. All of this. Recognize that everything we need is within us. There are some things we're good at, there's some things we're bad at. But all of the possibilities of what can be starts, is created in the middle of, and it ends with us. It's within our ability. Not your mama's ability, not your dad's ability, not your sister, not your brother, not your uncle, not your auntie, not your cousin, not your nephew and them. It's within your ability. Utilize your ability. And with that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. And by the way, everybody, I just want to say this. What me and Miss Fuller said really genuinely came from the heart. I really want you to think about that. If you are saying that you care about the Eminem kids and this has to stop, if you continue to bully Melody, what you said was fucking bullshit. You're going to have to live with that. But if you stop bullying Melody, at least you can rest knowing that you actually care about kids. Now, that's y'all dilemma. That's not mine, because I've been raised right. Some of y'all haven't been raised at all. And I'm sorry that you come from a tattered, broken, and really mentally damaging childhood, but that doesn't mean you have to revive it in your adulthood. With that being said, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you weren't born special, because you were always born a blessing. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's nothing. Chosen. One love, much love, all love. I spend time with you. You spend time with me. Hopefully, by spending time together, we'll rise up to be great together. Always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just letting people know what is going on in the world today. By the way, tonight, it's actually on right now. I forgot to mention this at the top of the morning edition. I forgot to mention it at the beginning of Virtual Tour Live. The Mandisa tribute is on American Idol. They are honoring the legendary Mandisa who passed away at 47 years old. A voice gone too soon. Love you, Mandisa, to her friends, to her family, to all the fans of Mandisa. Love you all from myself and, of course, the Virtual Tour family. Always remember, or receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever successes you have achieved on this particular day, I am extremely proud of you. But if no one else is proud of you, be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, it should not have to take you thinking about kids in order for you to do the right thing. If you gotta think about that, your morality thermometer is off, and you're a fucking piece of shit for that. Understand? And if you ain't that ain't for you. All right? Commercial break and fireworks, everybody. Enjoy the fireworks for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings that are on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love. I'll send it right back to you. Good night, everybody.
For Ramirez, Wingstop's triple meal deal. 6 classics, 6 boneless, and 2 tenders with 2 dips and a large fry for just $17.99. Get yours delivered today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Did you miss us?
If only there was a place in the morning to start my day. With a smile, somewhere to help me get in the know. Oh wait, there is. Bring your friends. Good morning, America. GMA 7A. Now that's how you start your day.
New Orleans don't make a lick of sense to most people. A big city built below sea level that throws logic out the window and beads to strangers. And our chicken is no different. A fast food restaurant selling fried chicken that takes 12 hours to marinate? That makes no sense. But it does make delicious. The best recipe for big flavor ain't about logic. Because you know magic when you see it or when you taste it. We don't make sense. We make chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
New Orleans.
Things have been a little quiet around here. We've missed the fun. We've missed the excitement. We've missed the entertainment. We've missed the nightlife. But most of all, we've missed you. We're getting ready. Caesar's Rewards. We can't wait to welcome you back.
Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. God, you were found. I come from nothing. Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration. We all we got. I'll see that. Don't you leave here today with happiness. I want you to leave here with shame.
This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a Black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of Black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch.
Caesar. Just look at him. Politician, general, author, ruler, man. Legend has it, he's not only stared into the belly of the beast, he's had it for dinner. Here he's free to relax, or party, or relax, or party, or relax, and party. His is a world of opulence, excess, and the occasional impulse buy. Not one to rest on his laurels, he's famous for ushering in a new age of entertainment. So, for anyone seeking a place where the sun never sets on a good time, all this awaits.
I am Caesar, and I approve this palace.